If you want it, you can get it. If you got it, you can want it. If you want it, you can get it. If you got it, you gotta show it. Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of yours truly, Uncle Luke Show podcast. We are live right here. We're 2 minutes early. 2 minutes early. We are 2 minutes early because I wanted to go live at 6 p.m. But I'm at 2 minutes early, which is great. There's nothing wrong with being early. Early is on time, as you can see. I just want to thank you all for joining the show. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the show right now. Everybody on Facebook, like, share, and subscribe to the show. Please do that. Everybody over there on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe to the show. It's important to do that. Twitch, X. Let me just go live over here on Instagram. Let me get them boys ready over there. Yep, there they go. They're ready to go on Instagram. Now, we are on all of my social media platforms. Like I said in the advertisement that I did, I need to do better advertising. I need to advertise more earlier. What's up, Ralph Green? Ralph Green, my main man. What's up, my brother? How you feeling? I don't know where you at. Ralph Green be all over the country. He be everywhere. Ralph be in Oregon. Ralph is in New York. Ralph is in Hawaii. Ralph is everywhere. Ralph, I'm so happy that I am not coaching football this year. I do not miss it at all. Just so you know, I don't miss it at all. But I'm getting so excited to go out there see the diaper boys at our park, Liberty City Optimist Park, the world's greatest park. What's up, Glow? How you feeling up in here, Glow? I see you, Glow. Hey, Glow. Hey, Glow. Yo, we're gonna have a really big show today. Today's show is going to be epic. I'm telling you, it's going to be epic for more reasons than one, man. You guys just don't even understand how this thing get ready to go down because, you know, I have a lot of things to talk about. I mean, we got LeBron James chasing immortality. I don't know what this brother is on, but we're going to talk about that. I mean, where does he rank all time? We're going to have that conversation because, you know, I'm a Michael Jordan guy. I'm an old school dude. But what LeBron is doing right now, we're going to talk about that. Rueben Bain, my main man, my nephew. That's my nephew. I'm hoping that he goes number one. But I know he's not going to go number one. But I just want him to go in the first round to the right team. I don't want him to go to those sorry team. Please, Lord, don't let my man Rueben Bain go to the sorry team. Speaking of sorry team, Shedeur Sanders, my other nephew. I don't think he's going to have a sorry team. All he needs is a couple of players. All he needs is a couple of weapons over there. We're going to talk about the NFL draft, that and more, and see if Shedeur going to get him some weapons. Then we're going to talk about Tucker Carlson. I mean, Tucker was like emotional when he talked about his love affair with Donald Trump. We're going to listen to what Tucker has to say. What he said the other day about him professing his love and support for Donald Trump, and now where he's at with that. We also talk about my run for Congress, which is very, very important. I mean, it's more important than anything in the world right now. I mean, to be running for Congress in this climate, it is very, very important. I mean, what y'all do right now is like, share, subscribe the show. We're going to be on for a couple hours. We're going to have Streeter come on and talk about University of Miami football. And he also is going to be on here talking about the draft. We're going to handicap that bad boy to see where some of our good friends are going and some of your teams that you are looking forward to and who you may be getting in the draft. So we're going to be talking about all that and more. Yes. We got to win Congress. But speaking of winning Congress, I mean, when you look at this, when you look at my race, I know there's a situation that just happened where the Congresswoman decided that she'll Sheriff McComas. Yesterday, they was getting ready to have a House vote on whether to expel her or not. She didn't decide to go through that vote. I'm pretty sure she polled all of the congressmen and women to find out that they were going to expel her. And so I guess she made the decision to step down. So media and everybody and their mama called me up wanting quotes and comments. And I refrained from having a conversation with the media because I have my own platform right here where I can have a conversation with you all. And if they want to take any bits and pieces of this conversation or whatever statement, I did issue a statement to the effects of what I felt. You know, I've always said everybody has their day in court. She had her day before the Senate. And when they heard her lawyer talk and the lack thereof of testimony and witnesses, they came to the conclusion that she was guilty on 25 of 27 counts of charges that the Congress filed against her. On top of it, she has an indictment, a pending indictment. She has her day in court for that. I'm always a firm believer people need to have their day in court, but in Congress, it was a little interesting. I actually sat there and listened to the entire trial because I know there were going to be a time where I'm going to have to comment on the actual trial. And I always reserve my opinion on that situation. But now that she's, resigned from her seat in Congress, now I can have my opinion. The way that was done, it was all the way that was the way that, in my opinion, the way that she conducted herself was really shady. And so I can understand what Congress did. So right now, her sitting there saying she's the victim, she's not a victim. She's not a victim at all. I mean, the case that Congress laid out against her because of some of her actions before being evasive, she was very evasive. Every time it was time for a hearing, she fired her lawyer, got a new lawyer, then came in, and she did this 4 times and tried to do it 5 times. 4 times, said, "Oh, you fired I fired my lawyer and I got a new lawyer, and my new lawyer needs to have a little bit of time to understand the case. And can you guys give him a little time to understand the case?" So Congress did that. They consistently gave her time to have her new lawyer understand the case. That's what happened. So they did that 4 times. And the good folks in Congress say, "No, we're not going to do that a 5th time. No, you're going to have this trial right now, and we're going to have a conversation about this right now." And so what ended up happening is they had the hearing, and 27 counts against her, 25 counts, they found her guilty. So fast forward to now, then when you get found guilty, you go through the entire body for expulsion or not. That's what was supposed to happen yesterday, but she decided to resign. At the same time, she has a pending federal indictment in the federal court down here in South Florida that's pending that she has to go through. Now, keep in mind, through all that, what most people don't understand is all federal funds were frozen. So in the entire time, Congress froze all the federal funds going back to her district. So one would think that if I really cared about the people of my district, I would make this decision a lot earlier before I get to the day of the actual full body hearing, because I know that I have personal litigation and I've evaded and I've distracted from these people for 5 times. It's like, "Oh, we're getting ready to go to court and we're ready to go to trial. We're ready to go to trial." And then you say, "Oh, judge, I'm sorry, but I fired my lawyer and I need to get my new lawyer up to speed. So you have to grant me that time to get that done. Them people got tired of that. Them people got tired of that. Them people said, we're not having that anymore. No, you're going to have this trial right now. And they had the hearing. And they found her guilty of 25 charges of the 27 counts. So at the end of the day, she had her day in court. So right now she wants to scream and holler that, oh, they didn't give me a fair opportunity. No, it was fair a long time ago when you kept trying to prolong the proceedings by firing your counsel and then say, oh, I got new counsel, so you need to give me more time. No, that don't work like that. You know, so now she's resigned, which is a good thing. Because if you really care about your people, that is what you do. You resign. But you should have did that a long time ago. Now, all these reporters are calling me up and saying, look, we want you to do an interview. We need you to come on here and do an interview about her resigning. What I got to say? Only thing I got to say is, should have been did that when they froze the funds of the people in the district. That should have happened right then. You got to say, hey, look, let me go on, sit on the side because let me go because I care about these people. Those people don't know that. Only elected officials in the district understands that. So you can't cry that somebody's doing you wrong. There's nobody doing you wrong. You have 4, 5 opportunities, but you were evasive. The things that they charge her for, I mean, it's a lot of bad things. I'm not going to get into that because I don't have time for that. I'm just giving my opinion on it. Everybody wants to ask me. I wanted to run against her. I really wanted to run against her. And you know what? One of the news reporters told me this. They said, you know what, Mr. Campbell? Her camp is not ruling out running. Really? Her camp is not ruling out running. She's, and I'm like, I'm checking it. It's like, technically, she can resign and still run. That would be really ballsy. You just got expelled. In your mind, you think somebody did something wrong to you. You think you were wronged. You're getting ready to run against a group of people. You think for 1 minute that I'm not going to be breaking that down? Things that people don't know? Oh, hell yeah. Because when the average person hears how you got expelled, then it becomes, oh. See, the average person, what people don't realize, most politicians understand the average person every day is going to work. They ain't got time to look at the news. They ain't had time to sit there like me and to go through that whole trial. I'm getting ready to run against this lady, so I got to do my reading. I got to hear it myself. I can't wait for the news. So the average person in the district or anybody in the country did not understand anything. So the politicians always cry, oh, they're doing me so bad. They've treated me so bad. I'm a victim of the system. No, it's a bipartisan effort. Democrats and Republicans like, yo, sweetheart, you got to go. Honey, you got to go. What you've done is none of us want to stand behind you. So to have the wherewithal, I want to use some other choice words, but I'm not going to do it in this situation here, to really tell the media that you're going to run. Yeah, technically she can run. To tell the media, oh, I'm not ruling out running. Really? She's going to run after being on the verge of expulsion after being found guilty of 25 counts, after having a federal indictment? Really? You're going to run? So I'm just saying. So the Democratic Party of Broward County, what they did, I'm bringing you all up to speed. This is what they did. And so I'm telling you, man, this election is really, really deep. God sent me to run in this district for a reason, just like he sent me to do all these other things. Let me tell you this. So I'm talking to one of the executive director of the Broward County election department today. Mr. Cameron, we want you to go and come and probably do a farm and all these other things that they're asking me about, and and everything. And the lady says to me, our director sent Ron DeSantis a letter saying we want to have a special election for this post. We don't want the district to not have a sitting congressman there right now. We want to have a special election right now. So I'm saying to myself, y'all want to have a special election? So I'm like, well, you do know that you have to, Palm Beach County has to be on board with that. And so I don't know how I feel about a special election. It's not I went through a special election. When I ran for mayor, it was a special election. It was really, really fast, But a large part of me is saying, why put the taxpayer? Why have the taxpayers pay for a special election when you got an election get ready to happen in August? Does that make sense? So I'm still toying with, because one thing about me, I think we could put our money into better things. If you got an election that's getting ready to happen in August, but then again, I could see, not having a congressman or woman elected. But what happens when you do that? Now that person becomes the incumbent. Now you put the burden on the individuals who are running in this race to now have to do another qualify for that race, still run for the race that's coming up. Yeah, you'll be congressman for 3 or 4 months. Will you be really doing something? No, you have to be in the district. But you'll be sitting here as the incumbent. I feel on the side. I'm on the side of what? I'm on the side of not having a special election because it's going to cost people money. But then at the same time, you got to watch this party. I'm not fond of the Democratic Party. I'm not the poster boy of the Democratic Party. I'm not one that they like. I'm considered outsider. So everything that I have to keep an eye on them. Like, what y'all really trying to do? Because you got people like Jared Moskowitz who do not like no candidate in this race. You would think he would be only worried about his own district and worried about getting red lined out, because that's what Ron DeSantis is getting ready to do. But he cares so much about this race. And when you have sitting congressmen like Jared Moskowitz caring a lot about this race, what normally happens? This is what normally happens. They control this district. You see, this party has never had in the state of Florida, Democratic Party in the state of Florida has never had an African-American leader of the party. They have never voted in one. So I won't be the party favorite. No. If Jared Moskowitz had it, Luther Campbell would not be the congressman of Congressional District 20. Why? So you say to yourself, why? Those federal funds that Congressional District 20 needs, I'll be asking for those federal funds. You won't control me. See, those people, his district is right next to my district. You have another lady district is close up in Palm Beach. A lot of the things I'm going to tell you, the young lady in Palm Beach, because Sheila was so absent that the people in Palm Beach would call her to get things done for her district. That's why I had no problem running against her. And if she hop her ass in this race, I would love to have that conversation. I would love to have that conversation. I would love to, okay, because these of you were absent. So going back to Jared Moskowitz and how this politics work and how politics work, it's politics. That's why people like myself, they do not want in these races. They don't want me in no Congress, because what happens is there is a nest egg of money that goes to Congressional District 20. And you go to Congress and you say, hey, look, I need this here right here. I need that right here. I need these things. I need this federal assistance. I need affordable housing money. I need infrastructure money. Infrastructure money. If I don't take all the infrastructure money off the table for my congressional district, which desperately need it because that is going to bring jobs back, that hurts Jared Moskowitz. Because I can guarantee you right now, he's taking all the infrastructure money because this lady was a lame duck, and that is why Jared Moskowitz sits around and does what? Try and control this district. He goes around looking for somebody to run in this race when this race ain't got nothing to do with him. Ain't got nothing to do with him. He borderline crying right now somewhere. And this is where I differ with this party, because this party is not the party for black people. I'm going to say it. This party is controlled by them to control us. And the ones that they put in office and they put the money behind in this party is not a black man that's going to stand up 10 toes down for his congressional district. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm going to call it like I see it. So people, Democrats like Jared Moskowitz, Democrats like all of them. You have a congresswoman out of Boston that went to every individual, went across the aisle, worked across the aisle to stop TPS, to put a hold on it. She got the votes. Now it has to go to the Senate. Donald Trump going to step in. It's going to be hard to get through the Senate. And even if it gets hard to get through the Senate, then it got to go to him to sign. He ain't signing nothing. But the lady did a hell of a job. But why these congressmen, why did Jared Moskowitz and these congressmen and women who are running around here, who are close to this district, knowing that this district has a lot of Caribbean Americans, have a lot of Haitian Americans in it, why the hell they didn't spearhead the bill? Why did Sheila Shepard Coleman did not spearhead the bill? Why they not that first quarter? But you so busy worrying about who the fuck be the congressman or the congresswoman of this district right here. Because you know what they do. They go get all their constituents. They go get all their money, all the people who put money in their campaign. They will go find somebody and run in these races that they want to control the district, because controlling Congressional District 20 means more resources and money going to Jared Moskowitz's district. That's how they play games. And they cake like, oh, yeah, we all Democrats. Yeah, we all Democrats. No, we're Democrats for what? It's all about white power. Worse than white nationalists. These are the issues that you have in this Democratic Party. These especially the issues you have in Florida. So everybody with a big D on their chest ain't really about this right here, because look at us. Jared Moskowitz was so worried about what's going on in Congressional District 20. Look at us. Why we have affordable housing issue? Why we have affordable housing issue? Explain that to me. Again, they want to control the district. They want to then take anything black. They need to control it. How the hell y'all think we get gentrified? We get gentrified because they go find somebody, the same type of person who introduced us to these slave ships. They go find somebody that look like us, who don't care about us. They prop them up, give them a bunch of money, put a lot of money into their campaign because they know they can control them. And when they get them in office, we can control you. That's when the special interest groups, that's when the developers come, and find yourself looking at your damn community, and all of a sudden they're walking around the community. They feel real comfortable walking around the community, and all of a sudden you then find yourself cannot even afford to stay in your own community. These ain't no Republicans doing this. Donald Trump doing this. These are the same people that are in this party. That's why they can't control me. Yeah, I'm running as a Democrat. Black man. Yes, sir, buddy. You can't control me. They can't control me. That's why they're going to throw a whole bunch of people in this race. They might go and dust Sheila ass off and throw her in the race. They're going to put a whole bunch of money on top of these people. What you do is you want to be smart about it. Go look at the people who put money into their campaign. Look at the campaign reports. And then look at the people who are running the race and the money that they put in their campaign. I'm here to tell you. So that's the politics tricks that happens within the party. That's how we get less thereof. This district is a rich district. There's no reason in the world that you should be having homeless in Riviera Beach. Riviera Beach is some of the most prime property of the world. They're building massive yachts in Peanut Island. And I mean, we're talking about 5 minutes from the ocean and the beach. This is prime property. But you got a water plant issue. Now, you know, if that water plant served any multi-million-dollar, if that water plant served where Donald Trump lived at, because Donald Trump don't live too far from Riviera Beach, if that water plant served Mar-a-Lago, that shit would be fixed real fast. If that water plant served any parts of Jared Moskowitz district and they had to get their water from there, basically sewer water that them people got to ball. So what are these people? Why all of a sudden they got to be worried about this district? Again, that's taking the resources, because when you're in Congress, Joe Biden comes with an infrastructure bill and billions of dollars, trillions of dollars go into the infrastructure bill. They don't want you going to get that money for your district. They don't want me beautifying. They don't want me beautifying Sistrunk. Sistrunk is a beautiful place. I mean, you got Chris Smith, you got Trick Daddy, got a restaurant there. You got some nice development there, but then it needs more. But you could see the little gentrification trying to sneak on in there. Not on my watch. Same situation in Riviera Beach. People cannot afford to, what they do is they make it where you cannot afford to live in your district. And you got to pick your shit up and go. Not on my watch. In Congressional District 20, you have 2 ports. You got a port in West Palm Beach and you got a port in Broward. I had a great conversation with the brothers over there at the port in Broward. Got to go up there and talk to these brothers over there in West Palm Beach. What you can do as a congressman? What can I do as a congressman? If I really want to, which is part of my platform, if I want to keep people in their houses, make it where people can afford to live where they want to live, to live in the city that they grew up in. If I need to do that, I got to create jobs. Because what they do is put a stranglehold on you. You can't, if I'm going to price you out of a situation, if I'm going to price you out of your own neighborhood, if I'm going to do that, what I have to do is up the price, because I know the cost of living is now high. Can't live here, and I know exactly how much money you're making. I know how much money you're making. The average income of African American in the state of Florida in this district is $25,000 to $27,000. The average amount of what the income should be is at least $60,000 to live here comfortably. Think about that. $3,000 for a rent, 1 bedroom. Think about it. Where are you going to work at? Ain't no Fortune 500 companies here. Still Fortune 500 companies in South Florida. No, they ain't here. Burger King? Burger King? Really? Is that what you got? So where's the jobs? Where's the affordable houses? Affordable to who? Oh, well, we're going to build affordable housing here. We're going to build affordable housing here in the district, and we're going to bring in the developer, and the developer is going to come in. He's going to manage the property, and what they do is they end up managing the property, and then before you know it, the manager of the property, then he has this long list by this thick of documents that you got to fill out, and you think you get ready to go live in your neighborhood. Oh, nice houses. Oh, we just went and fought to build affordable housing. Affordable to who? Built by who? Because when you went to the job site and when you saw it being built, because you thought it was being built for you, you saw people with towels wrapped around their head. That is the Mexicans. That's the cheap labor. That's the Mexicans they went and got. The developer got, and he's paying cheap labor. And what they tell him to do is wrap a towel around their head so nobody could see who they are. Because a person like myself, I remember when I was coaching at Miami Northern, and they were building a new school, and every day I would look over there and be like, okay, why these people got shit wrapped around their head? And then every now and then when it rained, they didn't have the wrap around their head. Then I was like, why are people that don't look like us, not from our community, building anything in our community? That's the problem. We have people within our community that should be building. It should be built by us, for us. You have a better appreciation of whatever you built in your community. Plus, the resources go back. No, the developer comes, he comes in, he go get some people, and no disrespect to the Mexicans. He comes in, he go get the people, and what ends up happening is go get the cheap labor, and we just sitting over there looking around while they getting all the money and leaving the community. And I always say to these same politicians, that's why, again, people, oh, Luke, why you running? I get my ass off the sideline, bro, because I feel a certain type of way. I deal with politics on a daily basis all my life. So I can sit on this podcast and talk about it all day like everybody else, or I can go take an L, because that's what I'm getting ready to do. Take an L, make $160,000. I make that shit in 2 weeks. I'm going to take an L for the people of Congressional District 20 because it is so important. It is so important for the next generation of kids. I was talking to Papa Keith last night. It's like, okay, how does Miami look? Not Miami. How's Broward? How's South Florida? How's Florida look in the next 10 years? I said, that's a great question. My son is 16 years old. This year, he will be 17 years old. In the next 10 years, that means in 10 years, he'll be 27 years old. What the fuck will he have to come back to if it was left up to Jared Moskowitz? He couldn't come back here. Now, he may be able to afford it because his daddy is busting his tail every day to put money into the trust. But what about every other kid? What about the school teacher kid? In 10 years from now, what about the kids that are on his baseball team? What about those kids in Lauderhill Lakes that want to come back to their city? What about those kids who are not going to college? What about those kids? What about those kids in 10 years from now? When they're 25 years old, even if they go off to college, and this is going on all over they go off to college, in 10 years, they're 22 years old, they come back. They're not going to stay here like every other kid that went to college, got a degree. I learned how to be learn how to do blueprints, and I learned how to do construction work, and I learned how to do movie, and I learned how to do TV, and I learned how to be a lawyer. I learned how to be a doctor, and I learned all these different things here. But I need to go to Atlanta. I got to go to Atlanta because there's no opportunities here for me. I can run a construction site because when I went to college, I went to FAMU for it. I went to the agriculture school there. So I come back to Belgrade, Pahokee, and okay, I can't. So I have to leave here. Every person, not all of them, 99% of the young people who are from here, who leave here, go get degrees, come back here. They start off back here in their hometown, and they say, I got to leave because there's no opportunities for me. And all these politicians running around thinking they're doing something. And you got the Jared Moskowitz of the world that are feeding into that because they're worried about their kids. He's worried about his kids. He's worried about his race of people. I don't have no problem with that. They're worried about keeping control of this party, keeping the black man out of the party. They're worried about keeping control of districts so that they can then consume all the money that would normally be going to that should be going to that district to go to their district. Because if I roll my ass up in there and say, hey, man, I want to expand the port. Now I'm going to go talk to the body and all these people here. And they, okay, man, you got a big part of infrastructure money. I need the Army Corps of Engineers to come over here with me. We get ready to expand the port. I need to talk to INPA and get me a grant. I need the grant money from here. I'm pulling from here. I'm pulling from here. I'm pulling from here. I'm going to have me a conversation with Hakeem Jeffrey. I'm pulling from here. I'm pulling from here. So what did I just do? I just expanded 2 ports. And who runs the port? Jared Moskowitz and all the rest of y'all and Debbie Wasserman Schultz and all that. If y'all really give the damn about black people in Congressional District 20, if you want to keep controlling it, hey, why you ain't expand the port? Here, Mom, bring my out. Hey, look, I could have stayed retired. If there was somebody in this race, or if the congresswoman was doing her job, I'd stay my ass retired. But I know this is the last frontier, baby. They say, hey, we're the last black American bring the flag, but we're the last frontier. We're the last frontier. I'm sorry. We're the last frontier. It's bad. It's really bad. What happens in this election federally for Congressional District 20 and this election is more important to what is going to happen in all of South Florida in the next 10 to 20 years. It's going to shape up the scope of it. You get the wrong person in office, everybody's going to get deported. The man already told you, I'm coming after Haitians, I'm coming after Venezuelans, and I'm coming after Somalians. That's what he already said. So a large part of this district is Haitian. A large part of the migrant workers is Haitian. He's gonna come out there and he's gonna roll up everything and he's gonna then put everybody on the boat and send them out there Alcatraz. So if you run around and you listen to Jared Moskowitz and the rest of them, and they take and go find them a Haitian lady to put into this election to then control, and not be able to go have a conversation with Marco Rubio and not have a conversation with Donald Trump, say, hold on, let's have a conversation about this. We can't let you just take all these people from this district. You put a weak person in this seat. Do it. Half the time, half these people, they just can't. Like, they really care about the district, but the proof be in the pudding. Moskowitz, Schultz, McCormick, none of them cared about these people because they would have been the champions of the bill to stop TPS. They were not. They want to control the district. They want to control everything in the state of Florida. They don't give a damn. They don't care. These people don't care about Democrat. They care about their own people and the money going back into their own pockets. Y'all call him up. Call him. I'm calling him out. I'm calling Jared Moscow down. And I'm calling out Deborah Wasserman-Schultz. Call him out. Everybody want to jump in races. What have you done for, instead of grandstand, what have you done for the people of Florida? People other than your district, that you got to be so worried about who's the congressman in Congressional District 20. I can tell you one thing. I'm not one of them. I will never be one of them. I'm an outsider, and I will always be an outsider. I'm going to work with any and everybody to bring the money and the resources back to this district. I got babies. Don't know what direction they're going in. In Belgrade, Pahokee, South Bay, Lauderhill Lake, Sunrise, Tamarack, River Beach. I got babies all of them ain't going to college. I got babies don't even know what direction they're going to go in. Where's the plan? What was the plan? What was the plan? There's no plan. Because everybody wants this grandstand, talk all that cash money shit, or control the district by getting people to put money into the candidate that they want, so that candidate don't go into the budget to bring those resources back to this district. Hey, look over there. Oh, look at them over there. That's the plan, people. I'm not going to have it. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have it. I'm going to run a good race, and I'm going to call people out that need to be called out, because my job is to win this race and bring the resources back to the good people of Broward County and the good people of Palm Beach County. So now, if there are individuals that's on the Democratic side that want to get in my way because they want the money to go to their district, then I'm gonna call their ass out. I'm not gonna sit up here and play political games with them and be quiet. I'm not the one. I'm the one who went to the Supreme Court fighting for free speech. I'm the free speech champion. So I'm gonna go do that every time. You could bet your bottom dollar. So again, people, my job is to fight for these kids, these babies. It gets schools closed down. You get people laid off their job. Where your congressman at? You're getting people laid off. They just told 300 people in Broward County that you will not have a job next year. Those people got mortgages. What was y'all doing? Everybody sleeping at the wheel. These are public schools. Public schools is Democrats, and charter schools is Republicans. Where's the infrastructure money, that you voted for Joe Biden? Infrastructure money. Expand 2 ports. Give them black men and women good, high-paying jobs. Now they will be able to afford to live in their neighborhood. Clean up the streets. Give these kids a trade. Add trade schools, tech schools back into those high schools. And pay the kids while they go to these trade schools and tech schools. So they're making an earning right now. And when they leave high school, they'll leave with a trade, and they can go get a good high-paying job, because everybody ain't going to college. Don't that make sense? That's so easy. That is so easy. That is so easy. I can't make it up. Change these kids' way of life. You got businessmen and businesswomen. I met every time I go in the district. People who have food trucks that want to have restaurants. People who are entrepreneurs, people who want to invest in their community, who want to do the right thing. Where's the federal assistance? Where's the mental health money? Where's the money? We got seniors in Tamarack and everywhere else getting pushed out of their house because what? They own the house, but they got to pay this high-ass cost on insurance because they can't get insurance for the house. Then they got to make a decision whether and look, am I going to pay for my prescription drugs? I'm going to go get some food because the prescription drugs is right here. Come on, man. I'll be back. Welcome to another edition of the Uncle Luke Show podcast. I had to get that on my chest because I'm sick and tired of these people in this party. I'm so sick and tired of these people. How you doing, Shedeur? You see where we at?
Yeah, I feel stressed out every time I come in here. I'm sitting in the back, man. I feel
but because you're hearing the harsh reality of the world and where we at as a people. You always ask me why we as a people don't support each other because it's systemic.
All the time.
You see where we at? We're in the Orange Bowl. You see the backdrop?
Yeah. They took that away from us. But yeah, I be sitting in the back, man, and I be feeling stressed, man. I start hearing hymns in the back of my head. We shall overcome. And I'm listening to you talk, man. I be getting stressed. I be getting stressed in the back, man. Listen, I got a question for you. And then we ain't rehearsed this. I'm finna put you on the spot, old dude.
Put me on the spot.
So listen, you're running for Congress, right? You've accomplished a lot in your life. But a lot of people want to know one person in Congress, how does that one person make a difference? Give me an example.
Well, the example I'll give you is this. A congressman or congresswoman, Congress is full of grants. And for instance, I can go and let's say Streeter's wife wants to put in a grant because part of my platform is mental health, which it is. And we have a mental health issue in the district. They then come to Congress, come to the congressman, apply for a grant. And then we put that in and they get the funding to be able to fund they're able to fund that particular grant. Say, for instance, like I'm talking about the port. Mm-hmm. You expand the port. That's through federal grants. That's a congressman or a woman lobbying for those monies out of the infrastructure pot, and you end up getting that done. But now you have to work with the local and the state people and the Army Corps engineers to get that done. But those things are easy to get done because those things are easy to get done because what ends up happening, those are things that's needed. So that's how that works, Shedeur.
So you could do that. One person could do that.
I can do that. All that on my platform, my affordable housing, I can do that. It's not as much red tape as it is as a city commissioner or mayor and all that, where you got to go sit up there with a whole bunch of people on the dais and they want you to vote on something and you got to vote on their thing for they vote on your thing. And then by the time they award you the money, then it's 10 years later before you even stick a fork in the ground to get anything done. Like Charles Hadley Park.
Uh-huh.
When I renovated that park, that renovation started with Arthur Teal. That renovation started with Joe Ariola as the city manager. He found $16 million for Hadley and $24 million for Gibson. And so I didn't call up Ben Hanks and Emmanuel Washington at Gibson and say, hey, man, my good friend Joe Ariola found this money right here. We got this money. And it took us at least 10 to 12 years, we went through probably 3 or 4 commissioners before we got these projects done. That's how bad it is on the city side. But on the federal side, you can get things done much faster. So, Streeter, we got a big show today, Streeter. What we gonna do? We got Rueben Bain's Mezzador. That's why I got her sitting in the Orange Bowl right now. I got her sitting in the old school Orange Bowl, something that you tore down. Hey, we got LeBron James that went into immortality, and then I want to revisit some things that Willie Simmons had to say. What you think about that?
Let's go.
You sure you're ready to go?
Yeah, let's go. I'm always ready to go, man.
So let's go, LeBron James.
Tell him I need him. Yeah. Tell him I love him. And it'll be all right.
Put KD on rollers. Listen, 41-year-old man. That's a 41-year-old man. Street, a 41-year-old dude put KD on roller skates, take it to the hole, and slam dunk at 41. Plays all these minutes running up and down the court. It is that. I mean, who's his trainer? Is LeBron on something? Trainer? I mean, what the hell? How could you still be performing at this level?
28 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. It looked just like it looked when he was at the Cavs, when he was in the finals, when he was at the Heat, when he was in the finals the second time. The bottom line is people judge LeBron with emotions, right? The expectations for him are so high. Oh, he said something about China. Oh, he did this. He didn't do this. He did do that. I mean, the bottom line of it is 5 years from now, when the highlights are being played, then we'll appreciate what he did. Greatest basketball player ever, all time, by far, bro. We've never had anybody.
You think LeBron is the greatest basketball player by
far? Do you just explained it? We've never had anybody that looked like him to create the stat lines that he created. LeBron can literally get a ball to Luka Doncic and still affect the game with assists and rebounds. He did it. He did it in the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Golden State Warriors. He let Kyrie Irving score 40 points. And he still was dropping triple doubles.
Streeter.
Listen, before we get into that argument, LeBron right now is doing something we've never seen before. And we're not going to appreciate it until later.
What is he doing that we're not?
You just said it. Goddamn, he's just 41 years old. He put Kevin Durant in the blender. It's playoff time, and he's still standing up. He got his son on a bench with him. This man has literally been playing in the pros. Your son wasn't even born yet, right? When LeBron came in the pros.
Streeter. Y'all always, all y'all YNs, always talk about LeBron is better than Jordan. Y'all say LeBron better than Jordan. Yeah. Then y'all say Steph Curry better than Magic Johnson. You believe Steph Curry better than Magic Johnson?
No. But I believe LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. I don't think it's even close.
How many championships do LeBron James have?
Here we go. Those are team awards, bro. Those are team awards. I mean, shit. Those are team awards. That was created by the media for the media to be able to rank these players because most of them went to college for media and can't do the eye contest. At LeBron James.
You're in the media. You are in the media.
I'm different.
And you be doing hold on. You're gonna
criticize. I didn't go to college.
You're gonna criticize your comrades in the media who y'all be doing all this caping for people. Telling us who's the greatest thing and who's this and who's that and getting us all excited.
My eyes tell me LeBron James is the greatest basketball player I've ever seen play.
Based on what?
6'7", 250 pounds. He's Karl Malone size with Steve Nash passing ability, with Michael Jordan scoring ability. Think about what he's Karl Malone size. When everybody said LeBron played back in the day when they was being aggressive, he is Karl Malone size. He was bigger than those guys that was slamming Michael Jordan. If they slam him, he can slam them.
Listen, you need to go sit back and look at these podcasters. And when guys play against Michael Jordan, whereas Maxey, all these different dudes who played against Michael Jordan, matter of fact, I saw a clip the other day when KD and Melo and all of them was sitting there. No, it was D Wade. It was D Wade said, "Man, we did this 75 picture where we sit up here and talked about the top 75, and we rolled up in there. We rolled up in there, and everybody, we had to take a picture. And then Jordan walked up in there, and the whole place stopped. It was like,
he's everybody go. Go.
The king is here." He said, "Man, I was sitting there. It was me, LeBron. It was me, LeBron, and Melo, and CP, and all of them. And everybody like," and he walked up in there. Nobody could say nothing. And what he did was what? What did Jordan do? He said he started sizing people up. "Oh, I'll give you 50. I'll give you 50. I'll give you 50. I'll give you 50. Ain't none of y'all, I won't give 50 up in this room." So I had that good conversation. And let me tell you this here. Since you want to go there, you want to do this team award, you don't want to have that conversation.
Team award.
When it's time to take over a basketball game, Jordan, get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. I got this. Give me the ball. All y'all just get your ass on the corner and just watch me work. Jordan is not kicking the ball.
I mean, y'all.
Jordan is not taking. No, Jordan is going to take the last shot. Jordan, you go down 20. There's been many times they down 20. Jordan having them okay night. Them dudes talking trash to Jordan. Steve Smith, my good friend, one night was talking all kind of trash to Jordan. Rex Chapman, when the Heat played them, mouthing off. Oh, really? You want to poke the bear? That is really poking the bear. And what ends up happening? Jordan come back from 25 down. Jordan end up with 50. You ain't never seen that from no LeBron. And then if you're a best player, whoever your best player is that's getting off that night when it's crunch time, I'm going to score all the points in the crunch time, and I'm going to check the best player. You ain't never seen Bron do that. And I'm a Bron fan, but you ain't never seen Bron say, give me him who getting off. I got him. That's the difference between
that is not true.
That is the difference between greatness and not.
That is not true.
Bron ain't gonna check nobody. Jordan will check you. And hold on. And by the way, they played when basketball was really real, not this stand at the 3-point line and shoot the ball. No. Not this. We can't hand check you. You talking about hand check. Streeter, you talking about hand check. I'm putting my hands on you. I'm checking you, and I'm bottling you up. And when you go to the hole, I'm gonna take your damn head off. They don't do that right now. There's no hand check rule.
LeBron is Karl Malone size. Can I repeat that again? Who's hand checking him? So you don't remember 2012? You probably was at the game. You don't remember 2012?
You sound like my son. He has no idea of what the hell went on back then. Just like y'all cape for damn Steph Curry. Oh, he the best point guard.
So wait up. You don't remember 2012 when the Heat was facing elimination versus Boston? Celtics? You remember that game? And Braun came out there with the black mask on. You remember that game? 45, 15 rebounds, 5 assists. 45. We was facing elimination. 45, 15 rebounds, 5 assists.
How many times did you do that? Hold on, man. You listen to this.
Game 1 versus the Warriors, 2018 Finals. 51 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists.
Hold on, man. Listen to this, man. You got one time.
Good morning, sir. Although greatest of anything is always a debate, I beg to differ on greatest point guard of all time with what you said. Magic Johnson is easily the best point guard of all time. Steph Curry is very close, but not in front of Magic. You must define point guard to really have a serious debate. Steph Curry is by far the best shooter of all time. Yes, his movement has created many shots for his teammates. He's a career 43% three-point shooter. But Magic Johnson invented the triple-double. Not true invented, but makes it more noticeable in terms of the impact on the game. It's a point guard stat, to be honest. Magic was the best. We can go on, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you get the point. By the way, Magic has 5 NBA championships.
Wow.
That quote this morning at 5:45 was from Mr. Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Wow.
See, you think this is a one-on-one game.
It is. It's an argument. It's a one-on-one argument.
It's not a one-on-one game, Street.
It's a one-on-one argument.
This game, Streeter, is a 11-on-11 game. That's what it is. No. What I'm talking about, 5-on-5 game. This is a team sport. That's what it is. That's what it is, Streeter. But you fail to believe that. How many teams did Jordan play on? How many teams did Jordan play on? I wait.
2. And a baseball team.
How many teams did Jordan play on?
2.
How many teams LeBron played on?
4. 3.
How many teams he had? Jordan ain't winning. Went this stack up a team.
Yeah,
that didn't exist then.
Jordan ain't have the.
That didn't exist then. Jordan didn't go get Bosh and go get Wade, and I'm gonna go over here. Jordan didn't go. Oh, I'm gonna go over here to the Lakers because they got this one here. Jordan didn't say, oh, I'm gonna go back to Cleveland because they got these different people here. I'm gonna then surround myself with a whole bunch of people that I can kick the ball to. Jordan ain't do that. LeBron is the second best player of all times, but he can never fit in the shoes of Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan did not win a thing until he got Scottie Pippen, until he learned how to pass the ball like LeBron James came in the league doing. Michael Jordan did not win until he learned how to refer to his teammates. When he was scoring 60 in the playoffs, the Boston Celtics was knocking his ass out. Detroit Pistons was knocking his ass out. Y'all always talk about his championships, but never talk about how many butt whoopings he took. Luther, how many butt whoopings did he take, Luke? You saw them all.
Streeter.
The Pistons whooped them. The Celtics whooped them. New York Knicks made him go get some muscle milk and gain 20 pounds.
You're making these things up.
It's the truth. It is the truth. But all everybody remember is the end, the 6 championships. That's all everybody remember.
Good point. There we go. There you go right there. I ain't had to say it.
He was 16 years old. He was 16 years old.
The chat got you. The chat got you.
Hey, listen. We could go basketball now all day long.
The chat got you right there. See, they don't realize you was a basketball player. There you go right there.
We could go basketball.
You can't win caping.
Mike got whipped for a long time.
You can't win for caping for LeBron James. You can't do that.
Isaiah Thomas them used to laugh in Mike's face. You remember that? The Bad Boys?
God.
Mike got whipped for a long time.
This man is bringing up Isaiah Thomas.
Okay, Larry Bird. They whipped Mike for a long time.
Hey, look, Streeter, I'm just going to tell you like this.
What's up?
You're sitting there. You're sitting there with a bad argument. It's not that good.
I think he's the greatest player. Listen, man, if you was at a basketball court and Michael Jordan and LeBron was about to play a one-on-one and you didn't know who they were, there's no way
What you mean I didn't know who they were?
Just imagine you didn't know who they were. They about to
No.
Don't do that. 200, 220. One player is 6'5", and the
you know what happened?
6'7", 250.
And you know what happened? Do you know what happened? You would lose your money because you would think that big old dude is going to handle that little old dude, and you don't even know that little dude got a lion. Let me ask you this. Michael Jordan in his prime, LeBron James in his prime. Who you taking? Oh, Cat got your tongue?
Bro, listen, I take LeBron James because LeBron James to replace.
Cat got your tongue?
You gonna let me answer? You gonna ask me a question? Then you gonna let me answer?
You want to answer the question?
I think LeBron James is like Magic Johnson was. Like you could place him into a team and he could be many different positions.
Streeter, you want to answer the question?
I just answered it.
There's a question on the floor.
Huh?
You want to answer the question?
I just answered it.
Who are you taking?
LeBron, like, no, he could play any position, bro. How do you not start a team with a guy like that?
Hold on. Michael Jordan in his prime, LeBron James in his prime. You're gonna take Michael Jordan.
No, I take LeBron.
You're gonna take LeBron James.
Man, Michael Jordan was like Michael with all his greatness, right?
LeBron James.
Michael Jordan was
I'm messing with LeBron, but really, seriously,
nobody could be great with Michael Jordan on the court, but Michael Jordan.
So Scottie Pippen wasn't great.
No, he wasn't great.
Dennis Rodman wasn't great.
No, Michael Jordan didn't shot the ball
great.
too much. Michael Jordan shot the ball too much.
No, Michael Jordan was a dog. Michael Jordan took the ball, took the game, and put it in his hand.
He was an AK-47 with an extended clip.
Man, let me move right along here. Because Streeter, yeah, exactly. Y'all got him right. He is talking crazy.
He was an AK-47. Everybody remember. Y'all don't remember the New York Knicks locking
the Raiders.
Jordan
up.
Hold on. Let's talk.
Arvell Reese to the Jets. Francis Mauigoa is the best offensive lineman in this draft. 3 is probably a little rich for him to go, but I think the Cardinals are going to want to go offense. Jeremiah Love for the Titans, that's where we've pegged him the whole time. I think that's where he goes. Sonny Styles to the Giants. Carnell Tate to the Browns. They need some weapons no matter who the quarterback is. David Bailey slips all the way to 7. Rueben Bain Jr., the edge rusher out of Miami. Caleb Downs, #1 player in college football, a lot of people thought last year. Safety, number 9 to the Chiefs. And then with their second first-round pick, the Giants take the guy a lot of people think is the highest upside receiver in the draft, but injury issues. Mansour Delane, I think the best corner in the draft out of LSU to Miami. Jermod McCoy. Some people think he's the best corner. Could be a top 10 pick. Some people think he falls out of the first round entirely because of the medical questions after missing the entirety of last year. But the Cowboys, I think, bet on the talent. Mekhi Lemon, wide receiver, USC. The Rams can take a luxury pick. Also, Devontae's older. Puka's had a rough offseason. Brew, I've had your Ravens taking Venga Yowane, Kenyon Sadiq, a tight end, the best tight end in this draft out of Oregon to Tampa and Baker. The Jets go wide receiver, Omar Cooper, out of Indiana, pair alongside Garrett Wilson. And then Spencer Fano. The Lions, all of a sudden, what was their strength offensive line, they now really need to address. Vikings replace the great Harrison Smith with Dylan Thieneman, Eldrick Falk to the Panthers. And then the Cowboys go with the best pure linebacker outside of the Ohio State kids. Probably a bit of a reach taking C.J. Allen. They got to go offense. They got to go tackle Monroe Freeling out of Georgia. The Chargers, they go Denzel Boston out of Washington. The Eagles do not go wide receiver. Instead, they go massive tackle, Caden Proctor out of Alabama. The Browns also go tackle, Blake Miller out of Clemson. They go with one of the most intriguing players in the draft, Emmanuel McNeil Warren. The Bills, coach, go with another D lineman, sit next to Ed Oliver, Caden McDonald, the massive guy that you like out of Ohio State. At number 27, one of the more intriguing prospects, Caleb Lamu. The Texans desperately need more depth on their offensive line. The Chiefs address secondary with Avian Terrell, Casey Concepcion, the very intriguing wide receiver out of A&M, to Miami. Messidor, he falls all the way to 31. Edge rusher T.J. Parker out of Clemson is the final pick.
Ooh, yeah, Casey Concepcion to Miami? Jesus.
What you think about that?
I think he's just lobbing stuff up there.
What do you think about that, Streeter?
It's impressive to watch.
Hey. Very interesting, huh?
It's impressive to watch. I mean, it's impressive to see somebody put that time and effort into trying to guess that, but it's very hard to guess because once the picks start coming off the board, everything starts changing.
That's amazing.
These teams are drafting for their needs a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily the talent that's on the board. Casey Concepcion.
You don't have to draft for your needs.
Casey Concepcion to Miami. We shut Casey Concepcion down in Texas A&M game. Now he got us, and he's at NC State. He did us in. Now I give him that. You know what I'm saying? He did, but yeah, we got the best of them this year.
Hey, listen, man, we can't make this up. I mean, they come up with these drafts. They come up with these drafts, and it becomes amazing. I mean, it's crazy. I think, you know, when these folks in the league right now, they're gonna automatically go DB receiver, quarterback DB receiver. If they got DBs, if they got receivers, quarterbacks available, they're gonna go early. But at the end of the day, they go DB because they know they need to stop the receivers. Then they got to get playmakers. Because when you look at a team, when you look at a team like Cleveland, you know, after they put Shedeur in, they were getting ready to throw the ball, you just saw the drop off. It was horrible. It was hard to look at. No receivers. You would think, man, all these receivers in the United States of America, you can't get somebody to go out there and catch the ball. I mean, that's bad. I mean, you got tight ends dropping the ball and then getting injured, and then you got guys who were second string. I mean, the NFL, the talent in the NFL is not as good as it used to be. Would you agree?
The talent isn't as good as it used to be?
Yeah, it's not good. It's bad. Especially when you go from the first team to the second team, the drop-off is horrible. It's more about concept. It's more about system right now. They didn't turn into a system game that they're basically running the same system throughout the entire league. Whether it's defensive scheme, offensive scheme, nothing is different. And they're just plugging and placing these guys within a system. That's why they can replace them so fast and get rid of them.
Yeah, right. That's done on purpose, right?
Yes, it's done on purpose.
Right.
So if you don't have a quarterback and you don't have a good coordinator and you don't have a good one technique, you don't have a good defense end. Look at Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett breaks the record this year. I mean, a force to be reckoned with. The defense played outstanding over at Cleveland. They got a quarterback issue. They put the right quarterback in that last time. And then you look at the drop-off on the O-line. Like Stockton over at Philadelphia told me this. He said, I never draft an O-lineman. He said, Luke, I need older old linemen. These young old linemen can't get it done. They get their ass handed to them. And that's why Philadelphia Eagles always have the best offensive line. Most people don't get that formula. You know, so it's amazing, man. But for this guy to say Mesidor is going to drop like that, you really believe that?
No, drop. Why? Why would he like what? Why would he drop? No, I don't believe that. I mean, that's his own. I mean, that's his own theory. I don't believe that. I think Mesidor made some money for herself.
You think Mesidor go before Baines?
No. I don't think Bain getting past the 10th pick.
Baines a beast.
Yeah, man. The NFL making intro videos for Bain. Bain not going past 10th pick, I don't believe.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's my firecracker, man. That's my guy.
And that's 2 years in a row. Two defense. Shamar Stewart went first round last year. Out of day, and now Bain gonna go first.
Where does Bain go? To the Cowboys? Please tell me he's going to the Cowboys.
Saints.
Who?
Saints, maybe.
The Saints?
Oh, Cowboys.
No, the Saints need to make another mistake.
They need to what?
Don't do it, Saints. Don't take no. We don't want to go to the Saints.
I think he may be going 8 pick to the Saints, man.
Jesus Christ.
Cowboys,
somebody got to move up. We can't let the Saints get him. No. I might have to go to New Orleans and see my guy play now. New Orleans is a beautiful place now. I love it.
I got the villain KC3 in the comment section said, are we taking KC Concepcion or Mally right now? I'm taking Mally right now. KC Concepcion hasn't showed me that he's the talent that Mally is. Mally right now. They went head. I mean, they went head to head at Texas A&M. KC Concepcion had the long pass, but then he got bell rocked on the punt or something like that. And we ain't heard from him since.
So Concepcion is the receiver for
Texas A&M,
and the Dolphins is going to take him in the first round.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's bananas.
No, I don't know about that one, bro.
Hey, and I broke the film down on that guy. I broke the film down on him. To be honest with you, I like the receiver from Ohio State.
You like Tate?
I like Tate. I broke the film down on Tate and Concepcion when they were getting ready to play Miami. Concepcion decent, but I don't see him being no lottery pick like that.
Yeah, I didn't think he was.
I mean, Tate is the deal. But the Dolphins need so much. I mean, they got rid of DNs. They don't have no DNs. I mean, what the Dolphins drafting at? What number they draft?
Let's see where the Dolphins going at.
They got to be somewhere up to the top. They tanked.
They got to be what?
They got to be somewhere early. Where the Dolphins draft? Come on, chat. Help me out. Where the Dolphins drafting at? I wasn't ready for this. My expert in football. He got to go to Chat GPT.
Always.
What round? The first round. What number is the Dolphins drafting? Are they number
11?
10?
No.
They got the 10th
11,
pick?
11.
11. Thank you, John.
Yeah, 11.
John said they got the 11. So they got the 11th and the 30th pick. The Dolphins need to move up. They can move up 2 picks to get. I mean, they didn't get nothing for Waddle. Didn't they get a pick for? They didn't get a first round pick for Waddle. They should have held on to Waddle and traded him like right now.
Right. They only got 1 first round pick.
Listen, man. If I'm the Dolphins, I'm trading up to get Baines. You got 2 DNs that you got rid of. You got 1 DN and you traded the other one the year before, and you don't have no DNs. You going to get a receiver. The Dolphins receivers right now are decent. The receivers are decent. The running back is decent. The O-line is decent. They got a quarterback. Hopefully he's okay. I wouldn't be going to go get no receiver. I'd be going to get me they need a DN. They need a pass rusher. But they're going to do something stupid. Send them to the Cowboys. What does the Cowboys draft at?
The Cowboys at you say the Dolphins gonna do something stupid.
They always do. I'm a Cowboy anyway. Another train wreck.
I mean, y'all like that y'all like that pain. The Cowboys are at
all these teams are trash.
12, but they right under the Dolphins. They 12.
Both Cowboys and Dolphins. That's where they need to be at. They're in the top 20 of dumb stuff. I mean, hey man, let's keep it a buck. It's simple as that. Hey, so University of Miami, Mal Gore. The man did say Mal Gore is going to go top pick. What does Mal Gore go to you? What number in the first round? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
He could be 3.
Who got the first 5 picks? I'll tell you what Mal Gore going.
First 5 picks are number 1, Vegas. The Raiders. Then we got the Jets. Then we got Arizona, Tennessee, then the Giants.
So you already know Mendoza going to the Raiders. Mal Gore.
Right.
So you got Tennessee. That's where Cam at it, right? Cam at North Carolina. Man, I don't want Mal Gore going to Tennessee.
Cam in Tennessee.
Them some bad teams. They're going to be bad for a very long time.
Them are 3 wins. 3-win team. Them are won 3 games.
They bad. They're going to be bad for a long time. Is the brother still the coach over there at the Jets? The Jets going to be bad for a long time. They don't have no quarterback. They ain't got nothing going on over there. That's a whole train wreck. They got to tank again. I don't want Mal to go out there with no sorry team like that. But unfortunately, when you get drafted that high, you have to go to a sorry team.
Cam said
that's the good and the bad part of it. You go to a trash team.
Cam said he's trying to get Bain.
And what round? What number Cam drafted in?
They 4, number 4.
Oh yeah, they better get Baines. He right. If they got the 4 pick, they need to take Baines.
He said he caking for him.
But you know what? Let me tell you this here. Going back to the other conversation that we had the other day, when we talked about, I think I was on your in the villains, and we talked about who's the alpha in the room this year with the University of Miami and who it was last year. I saw an interview with Mal Gore yesterday. I saw it on I don't know, it was on ACC Network where they were talking about the draft, and I saw this interview of Mal Gore, and that man said Baines didn't play. He said Baines was definitely the enforcer in the room and on the team. Baines didn't play the radio. So all you villains in there who wanted to know, they said, you thought Baines was sitting up in there quiet. That man said, no. He said, nah, I lead different. Because the man asked him, said, well, who's going to be the guy? And how did you guys work it out when you and B said, no, Baines would get in your chest. Baines was he was serious about it. He said, nah, I lead by example. I'm a little laid back. You know, I pull a guy to the side. He said, but Baines? No, Baines gonna get up in your chest. I was like, oh, that's the conversation I need to hear. So Street never can know. A dude from the city checking all these foreigners that's coming into the team. You don't have that anymore.
Somebody has to develop into it. Did he get
Ain't
did
no
he get
development
did he
to
get
it.
in
Either you a
detail?
leader or you're not.
He said
Either
Bain
you a
get into
leader
your
or
chest.
you're not. You ain't no development. Ain't no. Don't think for 1 minute. You know if your son is a leader or not. You know right now if your daughter is a leader or a follower or not. The developing it, you look at your daughter and she hanging out with the wrong people, and when they call, she go to running. Your daughter is not a leader. She's a follower. If you look at your son and he all the boys say, "Come on, get in the car," and he know he getting in the wrong car, he's a follower. If he says, "No, I ain't getting in that car, bro. Y'all going on about y'all business, man. Y'all handling y'all business." That's a leader. If the guy on the football team, he go up there and get in your chest, say, "Man, we gotta get this shit done, bro. I told you. That guy from Michigan State that ran off from the University of Miami, Baines did that. Baines told his fat ass, if you don't run these gases, we're going to dummy you up in that locker room. He's like, I ain't finna get dummied up. And I ain't going to. And what happened? Did he ever come back?
He came back. He played.
Is he still there?
No, he gone.
I need Baines to go to the Philadelphia Eagles.
He only had 1 year, but he came back.
I need Baines some kind of way to get to the Philadelphia Eagles. Some kind of way. Baines on one side and Phillips on the other side. And I shouldn't be rooting for no Philadelphia Eagles, but they got the only organization that got sense. Speaking of organizations that had sense, Willie Simmons was on here yesterday and he talked about stars, which was a beautiful conversation because y'all live off these stars. People like you, Streeter, and all the other comrades, y'all, we got 4-star this, we got 4-star that, we got 5-star this, we got 5-star that. And so Willie Simmons had this to say about the star system.
Now, people are recruiting stars. And Luke can tell you probably better than anybody, having been a high school coach down here for so long, the amount of talented guys that he saw that wasn't a 4 or 5-star kid that got overlooked by all these schools just because they weren't a highly recruited guy and that went off to an FCS or went to a group of 5 school and had a phenomenal career and then ended up transferring to a Power 4 because he balled out in 2 years, or that 4-star, 5-star that everybody in the city knows that he's really not that. He's big, he's athletic, but he's got a long way to go. But people are signing him because of the star rankings. So, again, the people that are making these rankings and evaluations weren't high school coaches, weren't really college coaches, probably didn't play college ball or pro ball. They're just guys who started a recruiting service. And so I think the most successful teams that you see, they trust their eyes, and they go out and recruit good players.
See what I'm saying? What you think about that?
I mean, I agree. I mean, long time ago, I realized, well, not long ago, a couple years ago, I realized that I was privy to be born in a city where some of the top players have came out of. And I have seen some of the greatest players that play football play from them kids up until they make it to the NFL. And I realized that I knew what it looked like, right? So I started trusting my eyes, and I started getting in arguments with people because I used to tell them, hey, listen, James Williams not playing well. Oh, man, let's wait and see what he do in college. I don't need to wait to see what James Williams do in college. I know what James Williams can do. I know what it looked like. I know who Cam Kitchens was. That's why we sat down with him in high school, because I know what it looked like. I trust my eyes. I don't go off what these people say. I have something to gauge it to. Everybody's not privy to grow up around the talent and watch the talent that we've watched. I sat in front of the computer, 1,000,000 hours I've put in editing videos from everybody to Teddy Bridgewater to Lamar Jackson. I know what it looked like. So he's right. He's right. Some of these people grew up in towns where they got 5 dudes went to the NFL and they whole in the whole town. So what he's saying, what he's saying is true.
Yeah, because and I've always said that too. People think I'm crazy, right? When I took Amari Cooper on that bus, Devontae Freeman on that bus, Carlton Davis on that bus, Sean Joseph on that bus, Emmett Rice on that bus, Jeffrey Godfrey in that van. None of these people had no stars. Freeman didn't have an offer. And I was begging people to offer him. 0.
Mm-hmm.
We got on that college tour. And he went to, and we always started at the University of Miami. And the University of Miami always turned them down. Freeman, Amari Cooper, until we get to Alabama, we get to Florida State, we get to these exotic places. Oh, yeah, we want that. And so my point is, none of these guys had stars. So when I get into this argument about these stars, then people go to look at them. Well, Amari Cooper was a 4-star, a 5-star. No, he was not. Amari Cooper had no offers. His first offer was Alabama.
You got to know what it looked like.
Got Nick Saban. Now, I may have a difference of opinion with him when it comes to this NIL thing, but Nick Saban knows talent because I asked him. I said, Nick, I don't want you to think that, we bringing you some guy that's he has no stars.
Right.
He has no offers.
Right.
We went to Miami and they said they liked this dude named Herb Waters.
Mm-hmm. He had stars.
He had stars.
He was fast, yeah.
That was George McDonald's. He the coach at LSU right now, the receiver coach. Good luck with that. Hey, so
no, check this out. Mally said I was wrong about JoJo. Joker Phillips worked JoJo out at NC State. And what did he say about JoJo, Luke?
Who?
Joker Phillips worked JoJo out at NC State, right? His wide receiver coach. And what did he say about JoJo?
He said JoJo is a first-round pick.
Okay, Mally. So just because
Mally said JoJo day
he
one
didn't make it at Miami doesn't mean he doesn't go to the NFL.
He said JoJo day one. Hey, but as of now, Mally, you're correct. You are right. Street is wrong.
I'm a patient man. When you went to practice, when I went to practice with you that day, the first time Mario spoke to me since the Ja'Cory thing, when you went to practice that day, you saw a wide receiver eating people's face. Who was it?
Hey, listen, man.
Who was it, dog?
Streeter.
You looked at me and you said, Streeter, who is that? Why are they doing this to this defensive back like this? What are they doing?
Why are you doing this?
I said, that's JoJo. And he was giving a veteran the business. So for all y'all who think because JoJo transferred out of Miami, he can't play football, I'm here to tell you, I got film on him since he was 10 years old. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about, but time will tell. I'm a patient man. That ain't how the stock market work. I'm very patient. I can sit and just wait. Wait. I'm a patient man.
Streeter, let me ask you something.
Yo.
Were you wrong about JoJo?
No. Heck no. JoJo can play football now. It ain't always what you do on the field, right? That get you in the game. Right? Luke, you've had talented players, but for some reason, right? It's other things sometimes. Players don't get on the field. It could be getting in trouble. It could be coach don't like you. It could be a lot of stuff. No,
you're correct.
Me and Luke went to practice one day, and we was watching one-on-ones, and Luke said, "Oh my God, why are they doing this to the defensive back? Like, what are they trying to cut him or something?" Street, who is that? That is Josiah, Johisha. That is Josiah Trader.
Streeter.
Luke saw with his own eyes. I mean, so listen. He's at NC State. I'm a patient guy. And listen, I've seen kids that can play football that don't make it, Luke. We've all seen it. I've seen kids that were dogs and they don't make it. I've seen it before. So I'm not here to like listen. Y'all be meeting these players when they become college football players. Y'all meet them when Miami started recruiting them, or when I've seen them way before that. I don't need y'all to tell me who they are.
Streeter, you think JoJo was did wrong at University of Miami?
I think did wrong.
Thank you, Antonio.
If I have a short answer, yes. I
Antonio.
think JoJo. I know who JoJo is as a kid, and maybe sometimes he could be a little difficult to deal with. But I mean, sometimes they put up with stuff from who they want to put up with, and that's any coaching staff. Some kids get a longer leash than other ones. I think he was the most talented receiver in the
You
room.
ain't answered the question yet, Streeter. You're running from the.
I said, yeah. I think he was dead wrong. He didn't get I don't think he got the same leash. I think his leash was a lot shorter.
So let me ask you this. Do JoJo lead the ACC in receptions or any category? Does JoJo lead the ACC in any category this year?
No.
What?
No.
Why?
What is
he got a quarterback? He's over in a different
Oh, you're
place.
saying this year coming?
This year, this current year. Does
Definitely,
he lead
definitely
the ACC in any category? Whether it's receptions, whether it's yards.
Oh, you're saying this year coming. You're saying this year coming. Can he lead the ACC? He has the talent to lead the ACC.
I'm asking you.
He definitely has the talent to lead the ACC. I mean, you saw him 88 yards in one quarter and a touchdown. He scored a touchdown in every game he started. Every game he started, Miami scored a touchdown. None of Miami fans like Mally, they don't remember none of that. They don't remember none of that. Don't remember none of that. All they remember him dropping the ball. That's it.
So he got a raw deal.
He has the talent to lead the ACC. Yes, Booker Phillips, who's been coaching for 30 years, worked the man out and saw Luke and was like, hey, this is a first rounder. Miami got better receivers than him.
Hey, this is the guy I'm ready to see.
Lightning rod receiver Ray Joseph. They put 6 on the board. Nice things for the offense. Don't ask me how it scored, but they won 19-16.
That's the guy I'm ready to see.
He's another one that's gonna put up numbers. It's all gonna be questionable, but I mean, it's their program. I mean, they do it how they want to do it. It's their program, right? I don't want anybody come to my house telling me how to run it.
Who was telling who how to run their program?
Hey, listen, man. Those some talented kids that we let go. And I don't think our wide receiver core last year was oozing with talent. You know what I'm saying? I think we had bad.
Let me say this here. I disagree with that.
Okay.
I disagree with that because I think the numbnut offensive coordinator doesn't know how to control his talent. I think he had the players. He had JoJo. It's his job to get him going. He had Ray. I had a problem with them bringing some out-of-town dudes up in here, and you sat Ray and Joe on the bench. You could have had Ray, Joe, Mally, and 3, and you'd have been returning all 4 of those guys. You let them, you're gonna throw the ball to Mally anyway. You could have had Ray and Mally in the slot, and I hate that to this day right now that they put Ray and Mally against each other as if, oh yeah, it was either one of the two. Right. I hate that because I know football, and some of these numbnuts don't know football, don't realize that there's another slot receiver. No, they had 0 and 7, and they replaced it Ray, and they replaced it JoJo for 0 and 7, which they did the same thing the year before with this dude from Houston who ain't do nothing. And so that's the problem I have. And now we could have been returning all 4 of those receivers this year. But no, not Shannon Dawson, the rocket scientist. And Malley still would have got his balls. Malley still would have been the man. The field would have opened up a lot more with JoJo on the field at the wideout for Malley. Malley would have gut people. There would have been no way in the world you could have covered all that speed and all that talent.
He doesn't want to play offense like that.
Huh?
He doesn't want to play offense like that. I mean, it's obvious.
Well, don't
no,
worry.
That's not what he wants. That's not what he wants to do. I mean, I was talking about the guy that actually started. You know what I'm saying? I know he had the talent on the
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna predict this. All 4 of those guys, the one who went to Texas A&M, the one who was at Alabama, the one who was at North Carolina State, the one who's at East Carolina, those guys, all 4 of those guys are going to get drafted next year. And we're not going to have, again, Miami is not going to have a receiver to get drafted. And y'all going to keep putting the receiver coach on the pedestal. How you like them apples? 4 guys who were in your camp that left because they didn't like the system. And I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna look. We got an easy schedule, but we're gonna do some things because there's gonna have to be some real coaching. Because when you play 5 extra games, other teams get into your mental. They understand exactly what this offensive coordinator is going to do. They understand what he checked out of, what he went back to, the chess match. They got 5 extra playoff games to look at. And I think a lot of those games we got lucky. We don't have the same offensive line. We don't have the same quarterback. We don't, again, we got the same system. Our defense is going to give up a little more than what they gave up last year. Because we got 2 first-round draft picks. You don't replace that. Which you believe, you replace that. I mean, we lean on Fletcher. Fletcher got injured last year, and I love Fletcher. That's my guy. I love him to death. But y'all we'll see. I like it. But let me ask you about this. Let me switch over to Willie Simmons. He had another comment.
I'm pulling for Quinn 100%. But if Quinn is his whole staff is out every day checking classes, guess what he ain't doing? He ain't watching film. He ain't game planning. And you've been on that campus.
Yeah.
The highest of 7 hills. So guess how many golf carts we had in the football facility? 0.
Oh,
no. So you think that I'm going to get out here and walk this hilly campus to check classes all the way? Man, you crazy. We're not doing that.
Wow.
So again, people that say, oh, well, it's the coach's responsibility. Yes, it is. Part of my responsibility as the head coach is to make sure that we create an environment and a culture where our guys understand the value of going to class and doing things the right way. And I told them, I graduated college in 3 years. 3 years, I was done. My mother was an educator for 27 years. Like, we know all about education. So it's not like we're just there saying, oh, don't the hell with class, don't go to class. Like, no, we every day go to class, academic meetings, check-ins, all those things. But guys are going to slip through the cracks if you don't have a system where you can check them throughout the day, checking their classes with people who can class check, having mentors and tutors and people like that they can check in with throughout the day to help them do their work. So not do the work for them, but help them, right? Because FAMU's, again, you're not a top 100 public school if you're an easy school. Mm-hmm. It's a really, really tough school. And so there has to be a comprehensive a comprehensive effort by everybody involved, from the president, the provost, the deans, the coaching staff, the academic support staff, the compliance staff, everybody, to say, how do we fix this problem? How do we resource it to make sure that, excuse me, that we don't keep finding ourselves in this situation? I was on.
Hey, man, I had to bring that back up because the folks in Tallahassee called me up this morning. Boy, they were, woo. I mean, they were really happy that he said that. Wow. Because they have been struggling with this issue of the academic department at FAM for so many years. I mean, he didn't get as deep in it as he would want to because he didn't want to bash the program, but they got one academic lady, allegedly only one lady running the whole academic department, when normally you have to have 4 to 5 people. And like you said, one golf cart, you got to go check those classes. Do you realize half of the kids, and this came from the SWAC president, those kids that FAMU on their football team, you have a lot of them are ineligible with a 3.0 GPA. It's not that they're not doing the work in class. It's that the academic advisor have them in the wrong classes. Because there are certain classes that you got to take to meet the NCAA standards, and they got the people in the wrong class.
Right.
So you got people sitting up there with a 3.0 doing their work, but then at the end of the day, you know, they're saying, oh, no, you're ineligible academically. I mean, for a prestigious university like that, they got to get it right. And that's my favorite university in the world. We got to get it right. We got to do better.
Basically, he's saying he focusing his time on the thing that was going to get him fired. Wins and losses. If y'all ain't going to help me, I can't help y'all.
And you wonder, you know, you wonder, I mean, come on, we got to do better. We got to do better. And if you don't know, if you don't know, you got Florida State right around the corner. They ain't never had no academic issues. You just go right across the street and say, man, let me see how y'all department set up. I would hope that the president of the university said that. Let me see how y'all set up your athletics academic department. Do we need a golf cart? Most of the schools right now, they'll have a whole building where the football players will take their classes, so they won't have to be scattered all over the campus. People don't realize that. Well, obviously, we don't have that kind of money at FAM, but at the end of the day, I mean, you got to do better. Like you said, you got to sit down and fix it, man. That was a big story in Tallahassee. I mean, they were so happy that he said that, because this is something that's been an issue for a very long time. But again, it becomes still us. Since you don't like to talk about politics, I want you to listen to this. Tucker Carlson apologized.
By it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say.
Tucker Carlson apologized on his podcast for his part in helping to get President Donald Trump elected during an interview with his brother, Buckley Carlson.
You and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure. You and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now.
Carlson has been publicly criticizing Trump over the Iran war. He recently called out Trump's Easter Truth Social post, in which the president threatened to destroy Iran's bridges and power plants and demanded that they, quote, open the fucking strait.
It is vile on every level. It begins with a promise to use the U.S. military, our military, to destroy civilian infrastructure in another country, which is to say to commit a war crime, a moral crime against the people of the country.
Trump later insulted Carlson, citing polling about his popularity. He posted to Truth Social saying, quote, Tucker is a low IQ person, always easy to beat and highly overrated. This is not the first time Carlson has broken from Trump. The Dominion case revealed that in 2021, Carlson had privately said, I hate him passionately. Still, these comments are a far cry from the 2024 election, where Carlson praised and campaigned for Trump.
And Donald Trump, whatever you say about him, and I think he's a wonderful person. I know him well. By the way, the funniest person I've ever met in my life, actually. You can't be funny without perspective or without empathy, which is true. But everything else about Trump aside, he actually cares.
I ain't about it. I ain't about it. He did what he did. Whatever he did for Trump then was self-serving, and whatever he's saying now is self-serving. People think they can
You
just
think
flip.
it's
Yeah, people
self-serving?
think they can just flip back and forth. They can just flip back and forth when they want to for whatever benefits them. I'm not buying that. No, go down with that ship.
The man was hurt.
No. Man, no. You ain't get chili. You sat right here and you took chili and you threw it in the lake. You ain't want to hear nothing chili had to say. I am not going for that. No, I'm not going. No, heck no.
The man said he's hurt. He's sorry. Him and his brother, they wrote speeches. They jumped out there, and the man said he made a mistake, and he apologized. Chili ain't apologized.
She did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Well, you
yes,
need to go pull that clip up because
you ran right over with
it.
a four-wheeler.
Tucker Carlson, the man felt at the time that he said he was funny and he thought he was a joker and all that and the funniest man he ever met. And they all realized that they got hoodwinked and bamboozled. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They all realized they got tricked. We sat here. Now they make me feel like I'm a rocket scientist. We all sat here and say, what are you guys seeing that we're not seeing? You're seeing that this guy is some law-abiding citizen, that he's going to come do the right thing. You're saying to us that he doesn't lie out his, you know what? You're saying that the things that he don't have, that he has in his 2020 plan, the man is implementing the 2020 plan. It's like he gave y'all the playbook, and the playbook is sitting there, and he's implementing the playbook. And so all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, he was joking. No, the bottom line is, Streeter, they did not want to they couldn't stomach voting for that black woman. They couldn't stomach voting for that black woman. And that is the issue.
I agree. So I don't want to hear your apology.
That's the problem. And that's where we at in this world.
That sounds personal. He sounds like Trump personally did something to him. You're right. They got hoodwinked. You're right.
They got hoodwinked and bamboozled.
Yeah, that sounds personal, what he was saying.
They got hoodwinked and been bamboozled. And that's the thing, man. These people, but again, everybody could just use the word apologize so loosely.
Yeah.
We're going to apologize. Oh, we're going to apologize for making a mistake. Oh, we didn't know what we were getting. We didn't know he was going to be this. No, them people ain't stupid. Tucker Carlson is not stupid. Every one of them, there's Megyn Kelly, all them people ain't stupid. They knew exactly what they were getting. Now it's getting ready to have another campaign for another president. Anybody but the black lady. Anybody but a black person. Bottom line. Anybody but the black lady. We can't have it. See what you don't understand. What a lot of people don't understand, Streeter. What a lot of people don't understand. It's about the future. They're not going to have no black lady be the president, so all the other black girls can look like she's superior to their kind. They're worried about their seed, their offsprings. They don't want this world to be a world where you're sitting up in a black person can consistently be president in the last 20 years, too. They ain't trying to have that. They're trying to protect their seeds. And that's on the Democratic side and on the Republican side. So when we run around thinking that, oh, yeah, we have a possible chance, you better control what you can control. Control what you can control. Which is your district.
That's interesting you say that, right? Because for all the people who walk around and talk about Obama ain't doing nothing for blacks when he was in there, one of the main things he did when I was walking through that real lobby that night he got elected, and I was going to work at corrections, man, and I stopped and I looked at that TV, he gave us what you just explained. He gave our kids hope. To see a black president and that you can actually go that far. Like at the baseline of it all, him and Michelle, that's what they gave our kids. You just explained it.
And they don't want to see that happen on a continuous basis. They don't want to see that happen on a continuous basis. That's a threat to their way of life. That's a threat to, even though their kids love our music, even though their kids love our fashion, even though they subscribe to our TikToks and all of our culture, they're there to protect their offsprings and keep them in control of America, which I respect that.
Yeah.
But I respect the fact that we have to get our stuff together at the same time to protect our offsprings.
Yeah.
And we're not doing that because
no, I understand. We just don't play that game. We don't know how to play that keep.
We don't play that game. We get caught.
We don't know how to play the keep away game.
No,
we don't.
And they play it good. They play it good. They control our party. They control everything. They control the economics. And mind you, they sit there and say, "Oh yeah, we down with you," and they go to playing our music and loving us up and all this. And at the end of the day, they make it all the money. They make it all the money. I can tell you a whole bunch of situations right now where the brothers are making all the money for the white guy. I mean, it's bananas. But then the brother is making more money than he ever made in his life. But the white guy's making triple the amount of money. Make that make sense, Peter? He's making triple the amount of money. And I always tell these brothers, hey, look, why don't you go get your own shit? Why do you keep making all the money for him? You might not make the same amount of money, but you owning it, in due time, you'll make up the money that you may have lost because you own it. And you can give it to your offspring. Because eventually, they're going to replace you with another brother.
Facts.
That's how it works. You got, case in point, brother say stop watching the NFL. NFL, why you don't have a black owner? You got black billionaires. Why you don't have a black owner? You got a bunch of black men running around in the NFL. They can't demand that they want a black owner. No, because they're too scared. Most of the guys in the NFL right now playing broke anyway. And so they can't demand anything. They can't demand nothing, which is sad. How many NBA owners we got? Black. How many black NBA owners? How many black Major League Baseball owners we got? None. How many black hockey? So we go, oh, no, we don't have anything to do with hockey because we're not playing hockey, so you can't count hockey. How many Major League Soccer teams we have? We own? Zero. We don't own nothing in this country, Streeter. Let's keep it a buck. We don't own the major record labels. We don't own nothing.
No.
That's I know I'm getting ready to put you in another state of depression, but to be real with you, we don't own anything.
No, that's part of the problem.
We don't own nothing because we're too busy giving our resources and our money to them. We don't own nothing. That's why I work my ass off to build generational wealth. So my son don't have to go and put up with the bullshit that everybody else will. We don't own nothing, Streeter. I own my company. I own my company, all my publishing, I own all that. I own my film company, I own this, I own that. But I still have to do business with them, but I own all my rights. Do I get the same amount of money that Jay-Z and all of them get? No. Because I choose to not work for them. I choose not to work for them.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
So
they own everything they have. There's nothing wrong with that. They own everything they have. We almost act as if they have to own it in order for us to do it. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, you own your own company. You may not get as much money as Jay-Z, but you own your own company.
I came to the mindset that I do not have to be making $5 and $10 million a month. I'm okay. I had a whole boatload of money, big houses, big cars, big everything. And when I realized big jets, they run around jets and all that, big yachts, big everything. Had all that, Streeter. But when I had all that, was I happy?
Were you?
I was like, I'm not happy.
You weren't happy?
No. I can only go to
Miami?
one toilet. I can go to one toilet. I can only go to one bed. I got 5 bedrooms up in there right now. I feel at this particular house where I'm at, I feel more at home than I ever did. And I had house 80,000 square foot. Tennis court, basketball court, all kind of stuff out there. Olympic size pool, big theater. I'm in the theater right now.
It wasn't fulfilling. That wasn't the answer.
You can only sleep in one bed. You can only want to drive one of those cars out there. You can drive one car at a time.
Right.
I mean, who am I proving to? Man, get rid of all these damn cars. I started giving cars away.
You started giving cars away, Sugar Daddy?
I gave a truck away to one of my little buddies who was playing golf with me. His name's Corey. He was going to FAMU for construction. I mean, hey, man, you want this truck, man, take this truck.
You know what I compare it to, Luke? I compare it to when you was a kid, right? And if your mom them had any money, right, you had a bunch of toys, right? And every time you would see a toy at the store, you would want the toy, and you would play with it for 2-3 days. You look back after years. Now you got a bunch of toys thrown in the closet, and they don't do nothing for you.
No, that's the thing. You're right.
You had a bunch of adult toys, right?
You're right.
Things,
and once you get
things, and once you get it, it's almost like, okay, the car got me a few girls, but it doesn't do anything.
No, I didn't need the car to get me no girls.
You need the car to get me no girls?
No, I got girls. I got girls. I ain't had no money. I mean, I was a very nice looking guy in school. I had braids.
We saw you, dog. You was not that nice looking, dog. We saw you. You was not. No, we saw you, dog.
One problem I never had, Streeter, was getting girls. That was the easiest thing. Streeter,
I believe you. We saw it. I believe you.
I never had.
I just say you wasn't as nice
the
looking.
Ladies always love me. Even right now today, the ladies love me. So I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna deny that. I believe you.
So the thing is, you have all these things, and that's what happens with a lot of young people. They get this money and they try to catch up. They try to get all these things. They try to buy the cars. They try to do this, do that, buy the house, all these things right here. And they don't get themselves under control.
It starts with the chain. It starts with the chain.
They got to get the chain. I got to get the road. Then I got to get the car. Then mama got to have a house. Yeah, you got to get mama a house. Then I got the house. Then I got to furnish the house. Then, I got to get mama a car. And then now, so what they don't realize, and what I've always told the players that we work with, hey, look, they're just giving you all your money up front. All the money that you're going to get for the next 30, you're never going to make this amount of money again in your life. You're never going to make it.
Right.
I'm sorry. Even if you buy a construction company, you're never going to make this amount of money because they're going to stop you when it's time for you to go and bid on that construction deal for the county, and it's a $5 million deal. They're not going to give it to you. They're going to give it to one of their homeboys, Julio Ramondo. So you're not going. So at the end of the day, get your money, put it away, because they're giving you all your money up front, and put yourself on a fixed income. The smart ones did that, and the ones who wasn't so smart, they spent out.
Explain what you mean they giving you your money up front. Explain that to people.
What? So me and you, we're sitting right here. You sitting in your house. I'm sitting in my house, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
all these things that we purchase, if you look at all the things that you purchase in your house, your cars, your house, your clothes, all these different things you purchase over the amount of years that you're here on this earth, whatever age you are, 35, 40, whatever it may be.
Right.
You purchase millions and millions of dollars worth of stuff.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
So
Right. I get it.
you worked and you actually worked and made millions. If you really add it up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You made millions. So my point is this. These guys, after 25, you're too old in the NFL. 26, you're too old. Right? So now you got to go do something with your career. So now you played football all your life. They've taken that away from you. What are you going to do now? They've given you, so they basically gave you your retirement money. They gave you your generational wealth. Yeah. So I always tell them, if you are taking, when you go to the strip club and throw all that money up onto the girl, you're throwing away your retirement fund.
Right.
You're throwing away your generational wealth now because you're going to have kids and all that. And then there's a cost to live. Then you got to know when you're not playing anymore, you got to downsize. You can't keep living the same life like you're playing in the league. You're not getting the same amount of money. You ain't got no tree in the back.
Right.
So you got to be disciplined enough. But I got to keep living the life that I was living all the time. And now you getting killed at the pump and everywhere else. So it's economics 101. And once they realize that, they gave me all my money. So every dime that you take and start buying girls' flights and that jewelry you buying on your neck that you can't, it loses value because half of that shit is not really gold. It's all kind of stuff mixed up in it. You're losing money. Now, put yourself on. I told Devontae Freeman, I said, hey, look, how many kids your mom got? I say about 4 or 5, coach. Have your mother ever made over $30,000 a year? I don't know, coach, but I don't think so.
Phew.
Because we qualified to stay in the poker bean.
Right.
Okay. So, but you and your brothers and sisters never went a day without a meal and a roof over your head. Correct. Say correct. I say, so how much money did that lady need to feed you and your brothers and sisters? Now you tell me, how much money do you need on a budget to feed you, one person?
One person.
I never look at it like that, coach.
Well,
I say, yeah, I know. So she had to feed 4 or 5 of y'all. Yeah, she was getting governmental assistance, but still, she had to feed all of you guys, and she probably never look, boss. So if you put yourself on a budget, get the things, get the things that you need, that you want and need. Yes, you work hard. You're supposed to have some nice things, but don't let them nice things take all of your generational wealth, because they're giving you all of your money up front right now. And 20 years from now, and 10 years from now, and 7 years from now, you will not be making the same amount of money. So if you're not making the same amount of money that you're making right now, 7 years from now, then what you're going to then get caught is in a vacuum. The cost to live will eat you up. And I ain't never had to worry about him going crazy with his money, going to the club, throwing his money up, buying all the bottles, being in this bottle war with another football player, dummy player, and another person, and having all this stuff going on. The young man did the right thing. Say, invest your money, boss. And that's the thing. But it takes one of us to explain that to him. Now, you get one of them white boy agents. No, he wants you to be broke, because you know what happens? The real estate person is his mama. The car lot, he has to deal with the car lot. He's getting a kickback from there. He has to deal with the shoe man. who getting a kickback from the shoes. He has to deal with the lawyer, but because if you getting all this child support issues, he ain't gonna tell you not to have all them babies. His job is to keep you playing as many years as he possibly can get you to play. So that's why the career go down, they get cut. Now he gets money because he gets money putting you on team after team after team after team because it's $1 million if you make the roster. So if I got 30 dudes at $1 million free agents, I'm eating off of $30 million a year. You see how that works, Streeter?
Yeah,
So
it's a business. It's a business for them.
They take all those guys' money, and then they put you with the financial advisor, and the financial advisor rob you blind.
It's a business for them. It's an athlete meal. They figured out how do they make money out of this when they know it's going to be athlete after athlete after athlete. It's a business for them.
And it goes back to
Luke. So when they don't spend the money, right? Because this is what I learned when I left my job from corrections. Like when they don't spend the money, now Freeman has a nest egg of money, right? That money has to go into something that makes money, right? Has to go somewhere into something that makes money.
Sound investments.
Right, but all we know how to do is get. I compare it to a farmer and his seeds. The farmer gets the seeds. He can bargain with those seeds. He can go bargain with them. You know what I'm saying? But he gets the seeds. He put them in the ground and he grows a crop and he eats off that and he repeats and he does it again. Right? We get the seeds and we go to the car lot with the seeds. We get the seeds and we go to the jewelry store with the seeds. And then we're sitting there with no crop we're sitting there with no more seeds trying to figure out how to get seeds. But the farmer takes his seeds, put it in the ground, he grows a crop, he eats off that and he rinse and repeat, and that's how he eats. When Freeman had all that money sitting there, now you have to go into something, investment or something that makes money for you. Money is not to spend. That's the best way I could put it. I came to that conclusion when I left my job. I was the first time I'm not getting paid, and I had to figure it out myself. I started investing in the stock market, and I got to a point, Luke, where I was like, money is a tool. It's not to spend. It's not, but we've been made consumers of everything. All we do is get the money and buy stuff. Right. So when I realized that, I was like, holy crap, Luke, they're not going to figure it out. And I created IOD Squad, Invest or Die. And I said it that way because it was that serious for us, because I knew what I had figured out when I left my job, that we wasn't going to figure it out. We won. We look at the rappers and then we do what the rappers do. We wasn't going to figure it out. It is not to spin. It is not to throw in the air. You could throw it in the air. When you got so much of it, you don't know what to do with it.
Hey, but I tell them all the time, do you see Bill Gates throwing it in there? Do you see Paul Allen throwing it in there?
No, they keep buying things that's going to pay them. They keep buying things that's going to pay them.
And that's why I be laughing at the rappers with the jets. I had a jet. You know why I had a jet, Streeter?
God damn it! Where the jet at?
I had a jet. You know why I had a jet? My brother gave me a jet. Right? You know what I did with my jet? The reason why I took the jet is because I did shows with that jet. I would go do 2 shows. I would go do a show, an early show in one city, and then hop on a jet and go do a late show in another city, and then go do a party in another city. So I would do three dates in one day. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm doing 3 Friday, 3 Saturday, 3 Sunday.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that was the reason I had the jet. The only bad investment I made was buying a yacht. Because, I want a yacht and thinking, all right, I'm getting ready to get old. I'm going to go be on that. But then I chose golf, and I wanted to be at the golf course. You can't have a yacht and have play golf, because golf takes up too much of your time when you get addicted. So, again, I look at these guys and got these jets, and I'm like, okay, you got these jets, and that's cute. For the gram and all that, that's cute. But no, I'm on my jet. Boom, 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 boom. And that was before anybody had a jet. You see what I'm saying?
It was
I
an
flew
it was an
Public Enemy
investment.
on my jet. They were in. I did a concert at the baseball stadium. I promoted the concert, and at the baseball stadium, I wanted Public Enemy to come perform at my concert, and they were in Atlanta, Georgia, and they told me, no, we can't get them. We got a show in Atlanta. There's no flights getting out to bring us to Miami. You know what I did? And you're gonna go ask Chuck D. I sent my jet because I'm using the jet to make money. I sent my jet to Atlanta, and I said, when y'all finish y'all show, you hop on the jet, and we're gonna fly you down here.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck D talk about this to this day right now, man. Man, we was on the jet, man. We was like, what the hell, a black man owning a jet? Same thing with World Wide West. World Wide West tell the story every time. The big manager of World Wide West will make a worldwide mess. The big executive at the New York Knicks, he tell all of them. He was the guy behind Michael Jordan. He tell you in a minute. He told Michael Jordan, hey, Lou, I'm over here with Mike. I'm telling Mike, man, Mike, you got this jet. The first jet I rode on was Uncle Luke jet. World Wide West tell you that story every time. And they be laughing, they hate it because they were thinking right then they were getting West. They were showing West something that he never. Me and West was out of control on that jet.
Yeah, I never had a jet. My experience with a jet, it can become addictive because you're able to go from point A to point. You're able to go from state to state to state in 30 minutes. So,
and that's what I used to do.
You were able to be at a bunch of places at one time.
And that's what I did with the jet street. And then I got a little exotic, because Mile High Club, But
look, bro, listen.
Sometimes, I'm looking at the TV. Looking at Houston Rockets, not Houston, but the All-Star game. I'm like, man, they got the All-Star game on, man. I should be there. And you know me, I'm always do everything at the last minute. And I say, man, I could be there by the time that game over with. And I'm going to the after parties. Hey, call the pilot up. Hey, man, let's go. And we hop on the jet. Get the girls and all this. And we hop on the jet, go to Houston and be there right when the game over. We there for the after parties.
Man, what a time to be alive. God.
Hey, man, I'm telling you.
Man, what?
And the
Bro, listen, because I experienced it without the girls. I remember we was in Athens, Georgia, and it was like, hey, man, we late. And they just kept calling the pilot. It was like having an Uber. You know what I'm saying? The pilot just sitting at the airport waiting on us.
Yeah.
You go to the airport, you get on the jet, nobody check your bags. It ain't no TSA.
No TSA.
Nobody check your bags. There's no TSA. We just get on the jet with whatever we have and fly out of there. And if y'all understand what I'm saying, there's none of that.
No, jet life is totally different. You know when I got rid of my jet was when the pilot, it was something broke on my jet, right? And the pilot, I said, well, why you didn't know this was broke when we were in there? Because the pressure device shut down. So we got past 10,000 feet, then the pressure in the cabin kicks in to have it where you can have, pressure. Where you can, it kicks in and affects the pressure within the plane, right? And so it didn't kick on. So we all were like, oh man. So he had to fly up under 10,000 feet because once you go past 10,000, I was like, man, I didn't know this was broke. And so we landed in Orlando, right? I said, how you didn't know this was broke? He said, I don't know. Jets and airplanes, we don't know they're broke until they're in the air.
Oh, what? Oh.
He said the plane sitting on the ground, you don't know what's going on. You only know, and I know this is going to traumatize a lot of people, but yes, you don't know something is broke on a plane until it's in the air because it's running.
Because it ain't no test drive. You can't. There's no test driving.
And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, he said, like the jet sitting on the runway. Oh no! Until we go up in the air, we ain't facing the pressure. We do a check of everything, but the planes break down in the air, and they have to write it on their checkboard. just imagine. Hold on. So then now my jet breaks down, and then so I go to the airport. We fly back, get back in, and I said, well, are y'all gonna fix this here? He said, no, we gotta take this to Fort Lauderdale executive to fix it because my jet was at open locker where I had easy access. You know, I lived in Miami Lakes and I would just ride right around. I was easy access for real. You know what I'm saying? So he said we gotta take it to Fort Lauderdale executive to fix it. I say, so somebody finna get in the plane and fix and take the plane. The plane broke. I said, it's broke.
So you thought they was gonna tow it? They were gonna tow it up 27.
Exactly, right? I'm thinking they're gonna bring somebody in to fix it. Man, say no, we have people fly these jets all the time when they broke. They got people who specialize in flying the broke plane to some place where they can service it.
Man, this
damn insurance. There's nowhere in the world they can have insurance. So yeah, man. I mean, hey, look. I learned that.
Why you got rid of it though? Why you got rid of it? It scared you? Why did you get rid of it? Like it's you still got to get on somebody's plane that don't know it's broken until you get in the air. Was it a headache or something?
He said we got a pilot in there.
Oh. I'm a private pilot.
He said we go through that's what I said. You go through all them checks, but you go through all them checks. But right. When do you know, Mr. Pilot, that this plane is broke? You don't know it's broke. You don't know something going bad until you in the air.
It's just like a car. It's just like a car. You break down.
That you know this plane is broke on the ground. The plane ain't moving on the ground. The plane ain't moving. The plane is sitting there at the gate waiting for you to get in there. And they do the checks. And I said that at the beginning. They do the checks. They go up on the plane, check up on the plane. But you don't know that plane is broke until you get in the air, boss.
Lou, it's just like a car. You can do how many checks you want to in your fucking driveway. When that car takes off, you break down.
You got to tell the pilot.
It's the same thing.
3690. Come on, 3690. You know what is okay. It's true. Things can break down.
He said they catch 90% of the things on the ground. How is that possible though?
Okay. Well, why they didn't catch the depressurizer device? I guess you're gonna say that's the 10%.
You had the girls on the plane?
Man, we got a bunch. Yeah, it was some girls on the plane.
Everybody.
And we were like, oh my God.
Oh man.
Look here. Payne Stewart. About a month later, Payne Stewart, the golfer, was flying in his jet. They got up in the air and the depressurizer device broke down. All of them head blew up and the plane was flying by itself because it was on autopilot until it crashed.
Really?
Yeah, you ain't know about that story?
It felt like your head was going to blow up?
Yeah, man, the pilot will tell you there's a device that kicks in the plane, and it's a deep so your head don't blow up. When you get to a certain altitude, then it's like that. So it's a device in the plane that stops that. Come on, man, y'all think there's some Snoopy shit where they be having no.
He said that's how JFK died.
With no thing on the top.
He said that's how JFK died. They lost pressure in the air.
See what I'm saying? Look at that. Wow. Yeah. So when you're flying people, it's all kind of things happen in the air. It's no fault of the pilot. The pilot goes through all the checks, but you don't know until you're in the air. Just like the street to say when you're in the car. The car's sitting there in the driveway until you hop your ass in there and that bad boy starts sputtering and backfiring and all that, and then you got to try to get it back to the crib. Hey, man.
My experience, shout out to Scotty, man. Shout out to Scotty, my business partner, man. That jet experience, man. We went to 3 spring games, man, in like 2 days.
But that's how I used to use my jet. I use my jet for working purpose. Yeah, I had my little fun with the Mile High Club. I had some things going on, but that kind of scared me one time too, because I was going to New Orleans. I had a little thing in there. I was trying to really doing big. Nice, fine something, man. Girl used to work at BET, boy, and I was trying to be impressive. And I said, baby, let's go to New Orleans. And then we went to we got in that plane, man. We got up there. And what happened? We got in that plane, man. That thing started hitting. Boom, 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 boom. Man, the Mile High thing was getting ready to start going down. Hey, man, y'all move the blind back there, man. We started getting down with the street. The thing started happening. Hey, we ran to a full-fledged thunderstorm. And the pilot knew it. I cussed that pilot out so bad.
She was scared.
He knew he was flying into a thunderstorm. I was like, turn this thing around. Like, nah, we can't turn around. A lot of them pilots are kamikaze. They want all the shaking and all that. They want to fly like they're flying some reconnaissance plane. Those planes could take a lot. So they were sitting there. I knew they were laughing because they ruined my whole night, my whole situation.
The girl got scared. She got scared.
Shit, I was scared.
Oh, man.
I was like, Simon says the plane will crash. Simon says, she was like, oh my God. The girl crying and everything. That thing dropped. Boom. Oh, man, it was like, I was like, hold on. I was like, hey, boss, y'all can turn this thing down. Yeah, man. It was rough. Hey, Streeter, I got a big announcement. For everybody. Y'all know I'm running for Congress. Go to my website down in the bottom, www.lukeforcongress.com. I promise y'all today I will be making announcements of some of my major fundraisers. And we have 2 major fundraisers get ready to happen. It's a total of 3 of them that's getting ready to happen. And we have one in Atlanta. We're having one in Miami, actually 3 in Miami. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's the first fundraiser. You can be a part of it. There you go. There's the date. There's no location. Now, this particular fundraiser is in Atlanta, Georgia. And the guys who are putting this fundraiser on is T.I., Ludacris, Shaka. That Shaka picture right there on there. These guys, Streeter, they came together. I mean, you got Ryan Cameron, you got Greg Street, you got all these guys in Atlanta, Georgia coming together because they want to see me win Congress, and they're having this big, humongous fundraiser. So everybody can look at the QR code right there. You can scan the QR code. Now, how you get in, because it's a private situation. You got to scan the QR code. You go, if you can't scan it right now, go to my website, www.lukeforcongress.com. You'll look into the event part of it, and you can click on the event, and you can get into the event that way. It's not going to be public. It's going to be a private situation. It's a major fundraiser, and so the proceeds of getting into the event goes directly to the Luther Campbell campaign for Congress.
What is it? Just like a get together, a party? Does anybody perform? Like, what is it?
Yes, it's like most fundraisers, and everybody do this, whether it's Barack Obama or Donald Trump. Like you see Donald Trump, he do a fundraiser at Mar-a-Lago, and people come in, they have dinner, they pay, big money for the dinner and $1,000 a plate. And, the max is $3,500. You can max out at $3,500. You can, it goes from $5 to $3,500, to max out. So you'll have a lot of dignitaries. I mean, this event right here, man, you're going to have mayors, you got commissioners there. It's like the ultimate meet and greet. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do fundraisers similar to a meet and greet where, you go to the fundraiser, and you end up doing what? You end up meeting Ludacris. You get a picture with Ludacris. Or if you're a business person and you you know, you want to come there, you max out and, hey man, I want to have a good conversation with Ludacris. I want to talk to Shaka, who's Ludacris manager. You know, you get the mix and mingle with the top of the top people in the industry. You know what I'm saying? If you're a business owner, if you're a lawyer, and you got a law firm, if you're in this industry and you want to, you know, these are opportunities where most people can't meet these guys. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm taking this campaign and I'm introducing it to business people who want to rub shoulders. It's not a fan thing. A fan could come and get a picture, but it's more of a business opportunity to rub shoulders with these top guys that are in the music business and in the entertainment business. Look at Killer Mike is going to be there. Ryan Cameron's going to be there. T.I. is going to be there. Got the hottest record in the country. I mean, Shaka, you know, who's Ludacris manager, is the he's spearheading this, and these guys believe in what, you know, these guys believe in what I'm really trying to do. Yeah, exactly. Boy, it's a great way to network, and then other people can be co-sponsors. They can be a sponsor of the event. They can go and say, look, you know, go to the website. It'll give you all these different options. You know, like you might want to be a co-sponsor and you say, look, man, I got a group of 15 people that's going to go max out. And then those group of 15 people going to get me to be standing on the podium with them and saying that I'm one of the big major sponsors of this event, and along with Ludacris and all the rest of these people and Killer Mike and all of them. So it's a major event. And I just want to thank them dudes up there in Atlanta, because they came to me and said, hey, look, man, this is something we want to do for you, because we understand, you know, that, you know, you've always worked for the kids, you've always worked for the community, they've always asked me, man, how can we help? How can we do something? How can we do these things here? And this is their way of helping me out in this situation right here. So if you want to go to the event, you know, log on to my website, hit that QR code. I don't know if you're able to look at the QR code, and it'll take you to the website. It'll take you to Act Blue. It'll give you a list of things that you may want to do or be a part of. Once you make the donation, that they'll automatically send you the address of the actual event, and then that'll be your way of getting in the event. That's why you're not going to see any addresses. It's not going to be promoted on the radio. It's not going to be it's internally promoted through my social media presence. And here's the next event right here, Streeter. This is Rick Ross. Rick Ross is doing an event for me down here in Miami. Same situation. You know, people who want to be co-sponsors of the event, they can go to the website. People who just want to come, they go to the website. They hit the QR code. It's going to take them right to the site they call Act Blue. You know, hey, look, foreigners, I'm sorry, because this is a federal political campaign. They won't take your money, but you know, if you're an American citizen, or if you live in America, you are able to get to the event. So it's the same situation. Now, Ross event, super dope. I mean, I wish I could talk about the location where his event gonna be at. It's gonna be, you know, Ross gonna do everything classy and in a major way. So look at the date right there. As you can see the date on there. As you can see the date on there. I mean, people, look, these are you know, Ross is an entrepreneur. Ross is into everything. I mean, it's on Monday, April 20th. We want to hold the time down before we announce this, but because we didn't want it to be super crazy. So people, if you want to go to the event, if you want to make a campaign contribution, this is a beautiful way to do it. You get to mix and mingle with Rick Ross and his team, and you know he's bringing his circle of business people to this event. And you know, hey, look, you know, it is a great way for people to network. You know, I'm create. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to create something different than what you would normally find in a traditional fundraiser. You know, and that's how politics work. You know, you go to the fundraiser, you meet the candidate, me. You may have a business. I'm a law firm. I want to do some work with Ross. Oh, I have a film company. I want to do some work with Ross. I have this company right here. Okay, I want to, see if I have a piece of product. I know he that I want to, introduce to him. I want to go and have a conversation with him. So I'm gonna be a co-sponsor or whatever. And I'm gonna, it's a way to network with top of the line guys. And then I got another big one that I'm gonna announce next week. I got a Trick Daddy one. I got a Trina one. I got a DJ Khaled one. And so all these guys are coming together. I got a Scarface one we're going to do in Houston. All these guys are coming together because they see that I'm doing something so special and they want to be a part of it. And so we want everybody to go right now to the website. Hey, look, get you a ticket right now because it's limited space. I'm going to tell you. There's limited space because these events are not in no arena. There ain't no club. There's a very private, hot location. So we want y'all to come and be a part of it and network with us. And again, it's for a good cause. The money that you donate to this campaign is going to the people of this district. We win. It becomes we win. It because of you making a contribution to these good folks in this district, and we're gonna do right by them. We ain't gonna be like the other people, hijack all the money from the district. So yeah, you're gonna have the real Rick Ross there at the fundraiser. We're gonna have a good time, man. It's gonna be drama free. So Streeter, which one you coming to both of them?
Man, you'll be at all of them, right?
Yeah.
That was a dumb question.
Hey, the Khaled one, I mean, that's gonna be dope too. I think that's gonna be like Formula One weekend or something like that. So I mean, we got some super dope locations, man. I just like my hats goes off to Ross. Anything I ask Ross is there. Trick, Trina, all these guys. These guys are amazing, and so I just want people, hey, look, man. I'll put the other one back up for you all. Just come on out. That's the one in Atlanta. That's going to be a super dope event. We got, again, it's limited space. It's limited space. Go to the website, go on there, book your ticket right now, and you'll be okay. You'll be up in the piece with us, and you can network. You can pilot.
That's pretty cool, man. I definitely check them out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen. A guy, just imagine a content creator, a content creator in the entertainment business. That's a perfect place for you to go. You make the campaign contribution. You're gonna get an email saying you are RSVP. This ain't gonna be on no radio where everybody can show up and then everybody know this is public private. It's super exclusive, and I wanted to do it where the public can get in also, because normally fundraisers are super exclusive to your surrounding, but I wanted people to have the opportunity. I mean, how many people get the network with Ludacris? Really? Shaka, Killer Mike, Greg Street and all these people. I mean, how many people actually get to sit down and chop it up with these people?
A once in a lifetime idea, a once in a lifetime chance. I mean, you rarely get in a room with those people where you could talk to them.
Exactly. You rarely get in a room with these people. I mean, Ross, you see what Ross do. Ross is the major entrepreneur. The man got Wingstops. The man got Bel Air. I mean, he's always marketing. He got a beer. He's always marketing and promoting himself. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a product, and you might want to, introduce yourself to Ross. Hey, Ross, man, I got a cigar, man, and let's parlay or do some. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of settings. That's why I wanted to set these things up like this, so that people, the public and the business public can be able to engage in these conversations with these guys to hopefully network. Because you never see them. They don't never network like this. They don't open themselves up to these type of things. So I want people to
That's pretty
always
cool.
check my website, www.lukeforcongress.com. We got super events like this where we're making these things public-private, where you all could come and make a campaign contribution, as well as come in there and chop it up with these guys. If there's anything else, Streeter, that we ain't cover before I get off here.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty darn cool. Nah, that's about it, man. We've been on here for 3 hours, man. We was rolling tonight, man. You was telling your Mile High stories, man.
I know. I can't tell too many more stories like that, because somebody gonna go and pull up the manifest. Everybody that got on the Mile High Club, they were of age, over 25. North Florida, shouts out to North Florida. But thank you, man, for joining. Hey, man, y'all check Street out on Footballville. He's on Twitter. He's on X. He's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. I mean, listen, man, y'all go follow him. Please do that right now, ASAP, because that's my homeboy right there. He has some great content. He has some great archives. Go into the archives. Where's most of your archives at?
YouTube.
Go to his YouTube. You see Lil Jeremiah Smith. You see Lil Mally. You see all these superstars. You see Lil Dalvin Cook and all these superstars that y'all love the most. I mean, you want to know, you want to know raw talent, just go there and you'll see what Streeter see and what I see. And when we look at these talent, you'll see Mendoza, who get ready to be drafted first round pick. And that's gonna be that's gonna be some hot that's gonna be some hot archives that Streeter got. Huh?
He going one? He going 1 of 1?
Yeah, he going 1.
Dang.
Tom Brady sees himself in Mendoza. There's nowhere in the world the Raiders don't take him. But yeah. So hey, thank you, my man. I'll see you later, Street. I'm going to the cigar bar after this right here. Peace. Hey, for everybody else, man, I want to thank you guys for joining us today, man. It was a beautiful show. I know we was on here for about 3 hours. We got it in. Glow, how you doing? Thank you, Glow. That's my girl. That's the #1 fan of the show right there. My girl, Glow. And again, people, I am running for Congress, Congressional District 20. That's Palm Beach, parts of Palm Beach County. That is a large part of Broward County. Most of the black areas in Palm Beach County, all the black areas in Broward County. And I am there to do a job. We're going to have a series of events. That's why I want you guys to keep going to my website. Sign up so you can get the notifications of where I'm going to be at, because I'm going to do a lot of town hall meetings. I'm doing town hall events. I'm speaking to pastors in different areas. We got town hall events in Riviera Beach. We got town hall events in Belgrade, Pahokee, South Bay. We got town hall events in Broward. And so, I want to come there. I'm coming there. These events are already booked. They're already scheduled, because I want to talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start hitting a bunch of restaurants. And if you want me to come speak to your group, feel free to hit me up go to my website. Hey, Luke, we want you to come to our community meeting. I ain't got no problem. I'll be right there. I'll hop in the car. I'll be right there. So, I mean, I want the people to know in this district and around the world, I'm transparent and I will be accessible. You know what I'm saying? So if you want me at your meeting to come sit down, have a conversation about my platform and some of the things, and for you to tell me what the issues are that you feel that needs to be addressed in your community, please feel free to do that. Hit me up we have a section on my website, www.luthercampbellforcongress. We have a section on there where you just go right up in there and you sign up and you get the notifications. You see the calendar, you send me an email saying, hey, look, man, I want you to come to my community meeting. I want you to come to my school. I want you to come to my park. I want you to come. I'm gathering up a group of people, my alumni meeting. I want you to come to my Divine Nine meeting. So these are the things, that's me. And when we win this thing, I'm going to be the same person. We're going to do the same thing. We're always going to be accessible to everybody. Can we get to everybody? Well, we're going to try to hell. If I can't get there, somebody else is going to get there who represents me in the proper way. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for joining us today. Everybody that's on Facebook Live, everybody on YouTube, everybody on Instagram, all shouts out to all the villains up in here, everybody on Twitch. I want to thank you all for being here. Until the next time, may the good news be yours. In the words of Walter Cronkite. Peace. I love you.
What we gonna do right now is go back, way back. Give me your friend.
Baby. What's up? I thought you was gonna start hanging out with the big girls again. What is all this trash? I'm serious. Where you are, not ever. Oh, not the Britney Spears. Hey, how you doing? But I ain't the little leprechaun. Girl, your knees are so up. You look a mess. All about the big girls. What about the big girls? Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, you just suck all the fat off your ass.